WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Yes! A week without Mets baseball. What a gift to everybody. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash.
What are you saying? Evan's not here?
Well, that and the fact that we just get the All-Star break. We don't have to watch him.
That's true.
After another implosion yesterday to polish off a Red Sox sweep at Citi Field, the Yankees take care of business with the Nats. And yes, we have reached All-Star Week, or as I like to call it, Creativity Week in sports radio. So
does that mean we get to talk football this week?
Oh, we got football, we got baseball, we got nonsense, and we have Evan at the beach. So we'll get Evan back next week. This week we'll conclude with Tiki and I live from Fanatics Fest on Friday. So if you don't have tickets yet, get your tickets. Come watch Tiki and I do a show live Friday and a special Sunday morning show as well.
That's correct as well. I'll be over there Sunday afternoon, also after we do our show with the Men in Blazers.
I love the Men in Blazers.
They do the podcast for it's a British host.
Yeah.
Roger's British, but he does an American sports or soccer podcast. So I'll be over there with them as well. So Fanatics Fest coming up starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and now Sunday because the final of the World Cup is on Sunday.
That's right. And we'll get into more World Cup as well. So let's start this week before we finish it at Fanatics Fest with ending up the first half of Major League Baseball season, or at least whatever, the pseudo first half. We're well past the first half at this point. As I just alluded to, before we get to the Yankees, the Mets. When I left you, Tiki,
they're depressing,
seemingly a week and a half ago before the 4th of July, we had declared we never talk Mets again.
Right.
But seemingly every day while I was gone, I felt like there was more Met nonsense, including last week with the Francisco Lindor. Like, was there a trade rumor? Was there not? He gets asked about it post-game yesterday. Would he waive his no trade? He gives the no comment. You have Devin Williams imploding after Lindor himself makes an error. You have the Mets on Friday losing when the Red Sox don't land at LaGuardia until 5 o'clock at night. I mean, this weekend just perfectly encapsulated what kind of season it's been for the Mets. They sit 17 games under 500. And Tiki, as it stands right now, Lindor here to stay, but the Mets a disaster.
You know, the reason we keep having to talk about the Mets is because of how bad they play individually every single game.
Yes. It's
one guy, and I'm not talking about every game. Francisco Lindor is bad every game, or Freddie Peralta is bad every game. I'm not talking about that. But individually, they take turns ruining opportunities to win baseball games. And it's been the MO from basically the beginning of the season till now. Yesterday, obviously, it was Francisco Lindor making an error, and we know what happens with this team in the ninth inning when they make errors. Devin Williams implodes. He can't get out of his own way. Ultimately, they blow a chance to avoid being swept. They still would only they'd be 16 games below 500 if they hadn't lost yesterday. So it's neither here nor there. Their season is done. But it feels like you can't help but get pissed off if you're a Met fan about the ineptitude. These are professional baseball players. These are guys that historically have been really good. Now, Juan Soto's having his regular season. He is what he is. But he's been sometimes a butcher in left field.
Yeah, and injured for part of the year
and
as well.
Injured as well. Francisco Lindor, even though he hasn't won Golden Gloves, he's a Gold Glove type shortstop, and he's kicking the ball around on easy routine double plays that end games. This is a frustrating season for Mets fans, and you can't help but talk about it because you're so annoyed by it still.
Yes, but I want to talk about it in the terms of moving forward. This is a classic thing Evan says I like to do, so I might as well come out the week hammering this home. I'm going to compare the Mets to the New York Giants, Tiki. Because amongst all the bad this first half, I like to see the glass half full. Now, I'm not going to be positive Tommy telling you the future's
who's the Jackson
coming.
Dart?
Well, this is the point.
Okay, go ahead.
Was the Giants' season miserable last year?
Yes.
Did they fire their coach/manager during the season last year?
Yes, they did.
Okay. But throughout it all, and throughout the minimal amount of wins and how far buried they were, did we not see glimmers of what makes us think the future's here?
Yeah, that's fact.
Because I saw for a second straight start, Zach Thornton look like a legitimate. Is it possible he's what we thought Nolan McClain was going to be and maybe like the Jacob deGrom, Matt Harvey thing?
Yeah.
He comes out. I've seen that.
7 really good innings.
Every time I look up, A.J. Ewing seemingly has a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm falling in love with this kid. I wish he was a Yankee.
Perfect leadoff.
Perfectly. And I'm starting. Look, even the moments that Carson Bench has had. Yes, you'd like to see more. And yes, there is a guy like Juan Soto, Brian Burns, Andrew Thomas on this team as well, where I know this is bad, and I know it's same old Mets. But, man, if they got the right manager here, I at least am seeing pieces that could be here going forward.
But you know it's missing.
Okay.
The quarterback is missing. And unfortunately in baseball, the quarterback is a collective that we call the rotation.
Yeah.
The quarterback, I don't see that yet.
A.J. Ewing?
Maybe Zach Thornton. Okay. I'm talking about just from if you're going to put arms to arms. So quarterback is throwing the ball. He's directing everything. He's the most impactful player in a football game. It's starting pitching in baseball, right?
Yeah.
Just like literally, it's the arm. He's also the most impactful person in a lot of these games because he touches the ball every play. Just like the quarterback touches the ball every play. He has to get, competitive starts, quality starts. That's the only way you're winning is if your quarterback, in this case, the starting pitcher, does that well. I don't see that for the Mets. So the optimism that I have for the Giants was, Jackson Dart might have it. He might be that dude. And we thought it was going to be Nolan McLean.
Yeah.
We thought for maybe, I don't know, a pipe dream, it would be Freddie Peralta. He'd figure out how to not be 5 and fly. He's 4 and, what did they say? 4? What did we figure out last week? What did we say last week, Rosie? I can't remember. 4 and out, 4 and something. Someone called us and gave us a good one because 5 and fly doesn't work. It's like 4 and whatever.
I could very much admit I did not hear you last week.
I'm talking to Rosie.
Yeah, okay.
Not you. I know you were on staycation. Actually, you were on the West Coast.
I was
hanging
all over
out
the
with
place.
Will Ferrell and Molly Shannon, which is pretty awesome. We'll talk about it later. But my point is, who is encouraging you as a starting pitcher for the Mets? And without that, you're not winning anything in Major League Baseball.
Okay. I mean, we saw Jackson Dart win a couple games to end the year. Maybe it's Zach Thornton. Maybe it's, obviously.
I saw Zach Thornton one time.
I'm trying to find some positivity here, Tiki. I watched the Mets this week. I go, not everything is bad as much as they suck.
Look, there are pieces that are good, but unless you have a good rotation, not even a good, just like a pretty at least average on every start rotation, you're not winning in Major League Baseball. You don't have a chance.
Which brings me to my next point. I am not ready to give up on the idea of the Mets being competitive next year. By the way, why would you, right? Like the Marlins are in a wild card spot right now.
Right.
Anything can happen year to year. Lockout notwithstanding. Remember, any baseball conversation we have next year, I think we have to just operate as if there's baseball when we have this talk. I watched yesterday's implosion. And don't we all inevitably get to the same answer that we've kind of now gotten to again this weekend, which is Devin Williams is not a closer anymore. Like, he's just not. He might have been in Milwaukee, which was great. And I need to remind everybody, he was not signed here to be the closer. He was signed here at a decent financial deal, but with the understanding that Edwin Diaz would be back and Devin Williams would be setting up. So there should be no ill will when you make this move. To me, Tiki, the Mets need to do one thing strongly as soon as this All-Star break ends. Luke Weaver needs to be made the closer of the New York Mets. Okay, that is my other takeaway because for two reasons. Number one, I want to know that he could go back to tapping into what he did on the Yankee World Series run as a closer.
And he's been pretty good so far.
And if I plan on being competitive next year, closer's a pretty freaking important position.
Of course it
that
is.
the Mets do not have locked down. I want to figure that out. Now, for all the talk about maybe trading Luke Weaver at the deadline, obviously nobody on a team with this record should be untouchable, but I also would look at it this way. It's hard to find reliable closers. And if I need one next year, I have one under contract. Let me go figure out what that is. It would take a lot, I think, the more I sit on it, for me to trade Luke Weaver if I'm a New York Met front office member.
He's gonna get you value if you have to move him at the deadline because of what every team that's in contention needs.
Yep,
they need relief pitching so they can carry them hopefully through to their closer. And so, hell, the Yankees could use Luke Weaver.
I love him back.
Like any of these competing teams would love to have Luke Weaver. Now, it's not happening. He's not coming back to the Yankees. But the value, as you think about who you're going to move on the Mets, who's playing well? Who's playing well enough for a contending team to say, yep, I want that guy? It's Luke Weaver. He's the only one. It's not. You're not moving Devin Williams because nobody wants him. I guess Freddie Peralta, this could just be whatever the malaise of the Mets is bringing him down. So that's why he's having an off season. His ERA is up there 5. Like maybe Freddie Peralta, but he's not playing well enough to be. Hey, we want Freddie Peralta knocking on the Mets door.
When you think of high leverage arms late in games, it's Luke Weaver, and he might be the biggest one at the deadline.
If the Mets want to get something, the only person that has some solid, undisputed value right now is Luke Weaver, and so in that regard, I would think about moving him. But what you're alluding to, and you're right, he can be a part of your future.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you keep him, because this season is told. You chalk it up, you wipe your hands of it. Obviously, you got to play another, whatever it is, 60-something games. But this season is over. We know it's over.
Yeah.
But he could be part of something in 2026, 7 or 27. And so
26, 7.
So I think Luke Weaver should stay. I agree with you. But if you really want value, he's the only one that's going to give it to you.
I'll go a step further. If he's not named the closer coming out of the All-Star break and they're sticking with Devin Williams, I think it just shows you it's another indication they are planning on trading Luke Weaver, and they've already had these discussions. Because, Tiki, if you're not going to move him, to me, you want him staying in his kind of reliable role. The fear of moving him is he blows a save or two before the deadline, and he tanks his value a little bit.
Oh, right.
You know, he could kind of get lost in anonymity, not blowing saves for the New York Mets on a bad team and kind of just, hey, he's had a good year. Okay, that was a bad outing. Blown saves stand out like any other. And if he blows a save or two before the deadline, again, that would give a team cause for concern. So the only reason to stick with Devin Williams as the closer is you are planning on trading Luke Weaver, and you don't want to diminish any value at all. So that, for me, is where I'd keep an eye on. Where are you at on trading Luke Weaver? Should he be named the closer right out of the break? And do the Mets at least give you signs that they could maybe be the Giants we think they're going to be this year? 888-808-1019.
That's a reach. You just wanted to say Giants today.
I knew Evan was going to listen to the open. All right, now to the Yankees. When I last left you, Tiki, we were in despair, and I say we as Yankee fans, times were troubled, and I sat there last week monitoring every freaking Yankee-Ray game going, just get out of here with a split, and they did, thankfully. Yes. Thankfully, they did. And they follow it up this weekend, and I know the Nationals have the worst bullpen ERA in Major League Baseball. But guess what? The Washington Nationals, before this weekend, were an above 500 team that was sitting at least in knocking distance in the NL wildcard race, and what I've been told is such a strong league compared to the American League. So I set that up to say, I don't want to hear after the job the Yankees did that they played such a garbage team. I know James Wood absolutely killed them all weekend.
Right.
But those comebacks that the Yankees had, again, I get it, versus a terrible bullpen, I do think go a long way, Tiki, because this team needed to overcome resiliency.
Yeah.
Because they had every battle that they had been tested in the post-Judge injury world, they seemingly had come up short. There weren't a lot of comebacks in this team. And I think in succession, these 3 games this weekend.
All comebacks.
All late, all with different heroes, Jazz Chisholm being one of them. And he spoke this weekend about how he felt maybe the team off the field was pulling apart from each other a little bit, and he wanted to pull them back in. I don't know where this Yankee season's going to go. And there's going to be a lot of you on the phones that say at 888-808-1019, it ends the same way every year does, with October disappointment and being told it's a crapshoot. Maybe you end up being right. But I choose to look at this Yankee season and what's transpired and go, you know what? You rallied and won those 4 games right before the All-Star break, including that last one, the Rays. You now sit 3 games behind the Rays, which is crazy that you're behind them anyway, but you also were at a spot where this could have been 8 games back.
Yeah.
The way you were facing the Rays in a 4-game series.
It could have got ugly.
I think the Yankees are going to win this division when all is said and done.
Look, I think we always thought the Yankees were winning this division. Even though they've been going through whatever it is you want to call this lack of hitting, this LD offense, as Evan likes to say about his Mets, and it's been the case with the Yankees. And you can be excited that they found ways to win games against I don't want to say a bad because they're over 500, but just a middling Nationals team whose bullpen is bad and whose manager plays the statistics of lefty-righty matchups to the point where he overthinks it and throws lefty on lefty, and Jazz smacks a home run and wins a game on Friday. Like, all of these things you could throw out. But the issue with this Yankee team is that they're still not scoring a ton of runs.
They're not.
It's the thing that you can't feel, right? You see it and you're like, oh, hey, that's a great come from behind win. They scored 5 runs.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like 4 runs, 5 runs, 4 runs. It's like,
but with their pitching, 4 or 5 runs should be enough.
It should be. But what happens when the bats go silent again? Look, this is the biggest thing that can come out of this All-Star break, and you're reading this everywhere, is that they get good news on Aaron Judge. Because apparently he's getting seen again sometime this week or this week or weekend, and we're going to find out what's the actual timetable. But until he gets back, and I tasked Evan with this, I don't know if he'll do it while he's on vacation.
No, you know he will if it involves work.
He's got to create a metric that quantifies protection. Like what Aaron Judge in a lineup means for the guys in front of him, guys behind him.
Okay.
Like, what does protection mean? And, I mean, he'll find a way. I told him just to ask ChatGPT or whatever, and they'll figure it out for him. But until they can get Aaron Judge back that protects some of these really good hitters like Ben Rice,
Cody Bellinger,
who's going to the All-Star game as well. Until they get him back, this offense doesn't feel potent like it's supposed to be.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, they're winning games against the average national teams, but it doesn't feel potent. And without it feeling potent, you have that like doubt still.
Yeah, no, listen, there's no doubt about it. And the Yankees have been here before, albeit with different lineups. When Aaron Judge has been hurt a couple of years ago, obviously we saw the season fall apart. I think Tiki, and again, maybe this is me just being too positive, what I saw this weekend was a Yankee lineup that, whether it took finally, people talking to them, Jazz stepping up talking to them, Aaron Judge, they can't rely on him to come save them.
No.
And by the way, hopefully it is good news.
But are they winning a World Series without Aaron Judge?
No. But that's a different question. If we find out the bad news that Aaron Judge isn't coming back even in September, I'm with you. I'll wave the white flag.
Right.
But what can be taught until Aaron Judge comes back, and again, I always kind of had September circled anyway. When you said 4 to 6 weeks for re-imaging, like last week when we got that news, I said to myself, well, who's really surprised here if you just thought about what was said? What you can do is learn how to not be as home run reliant that Aaron Judge is just one swing away from saving you.
Well, if your guy Schumann could learn how to bunt.
Well, right. Well, that's true too. And by the way, home run saved them, right? Jazz had the big homer this weekend. But yesterday wasn't a lot of home run action. It was the triple by Ben Rice and so on and so forth. The rest of this lineup needs to learn how to not be Aaron Judge reliant because guess what? In October, a lot of the times the reasons they lose is because Aaron Judge has gone invisible and they are too Aaron Judge reliant. So I'm not saying they'll figure that out, and they start this second half with the Dodgers, and we'll get to that when we get to Fanatics Fest on Friday.
They just got swept.
And they just got swept in Ohtani's shirt. Maybe it's a disaster next weekend. But as the Yankees enter this break on a 4-game win streak, by the way, only 3 times ever a 4-game win streak entering the All-Star break. This year, 2004, and 1998.
I knew you were. Yeah,
1998.
Of course.
Glass half full in the Yankees. Mets. Luke Weaver should be the closer immediately out of the break.
Nothing else worth talking about.
Yes, 888-808-1019. And we promised some fun and some shenanigans along the way. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on The Fan. And it's time for the Yankees' turning point of the game. Be the first caller to correctly identify yesterday's turning point of the game at 866-540-WFAN. That's 866-540-9326. And you'll receive a $100 Wendy's gift card from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great, even late at Wendy's. It's all from your flagship station for New York Yankees baseball, The Fan.
Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka, or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. I had a few of them yesterday sitting on my deck, enjoying the weather, watching my kids play in the pool, tumble on the tumble track, all that fun stuff. While me and the other parents just sat around having some Surfsides. Is that wrong of us?
No.
All right, good.
Indulge.
The good thing about Surfside is that it's made with real vodka. It only has 100 calories, and there are no bubbles. So maybe you can chug them. I might have done that. Maybe not. That's right. No carbonation. So it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
And our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. And this portion of the program is sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back to being you. Total Orthopedics is expanding across Long Island and New Jersey with offices coming to Babylon, West Babylon, Comac, and West Orange. From sprains and broken bones the complex sports injuries. They're the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com today.
The road to kickoff 2026 starts now. From off-season moves to position battles and the biggest storylines surrounding the Giants and Jets, WFAN is getting you ready for football season. Expert analysis, breaking news, insider insight. Football lives here. WFAN.
The World's Game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the World's Game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Here's a World Soccer Championship recap.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. And by the first ever Infiniti QX65. Fans got their money's worth in the heat and humidity at Miami Stadium when England and Norway went toe-to-toe for 120 minutes. Norway found the back of the net first before Jude Bellingham equalized at the end of the first half, then scored again in extra time to give the Three Lions a 2-1 victory. Bellingham's brace now makes him a contender for the Golden Boot. I'm Fernando Carlos.
Bring the flavor to the World Soccer Championship with Crush Orange Soda. Crush is the perfect pick for every match, highlight, and game-winning goal. Make every match even sweeter with Crush Orange Soda.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve. But my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you wash that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. No, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor-fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Gang Green fans, are the Jets ready to take the next step? Let us know what you think at 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Yankees come back for the third straight game. They sweep the Nationals, 5-3 win down in the nation's capital yesterday. That combined with a Rays loss to the Mariners as the Yankees 3 games back in the AL East at the All-Star break. The Mets, meanwhile, got a Francisco Lindor error, which led to a Devin Williams blown save. Mets swept by the red-hot Red Sox 3-2 in the 10th. And here come the Red Sox, Yankee fans. Here they come.
But they have the Rays when they come out of the All-Star break.
So somebody's got to lose a game.
Somebody's got to lose ground to the Yankees, or the Yankees can catch or make up ground on the Rays, depending on how that series goes. But the Red Sox are hot.
They are.
They've won 9 in a row.
Yeah.
9 out of the last 10. They've been unbelievable.
Took care of the White Sox before that. And Tiki, that's why you're the best. See, I'm fresh off vacation. I know we got Yankees-Dodgers coming up out of the break. I had no idea who the Red Sox played out of the break. Bang! That makes me feel better.
There you go.
Red Sox Rays. We'll get to your phone calls in just a second. I know there might have been some of you spent the weekend, seemed like a fun weekend until last night at Yankee Stadium. Did you see the crowds trying to get in last night?
Dude. I mean, that's what happens when Jay-Z comes to town.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, so I guess a couple people tried jumping the gates at security, so they locked everything down. So last night, if you had tickets to this Jay-Z show at Yankee Stadium, and I think he brought out Rihanna, other special guests, seemed like a great weekend there. That concert did not start until after midnight.
Oh, that's miserable.
And ended around 3 a.m.
Oh.
I can't on a Sunday?
I know.
Could you imagine having work
Well,
today?
maybe that's why nobody was driving into the city this morning.
Yeah, they were at the Jay-Z show. I woke up to this and I went, people didn't get out until 3 in the morning. It sounds like the worst time ever. But seemed good based on videos. But if you were waiting outside Yankee Stadium and you have any of those stories to share, by all means, 888-808-1019. Ed in Jackson Heights. Ed, what's up?
What's up, Ed?
Good morning, gentlemen. I am calling because I actually watched. I'm a baseball fan who follows the New York Mets, and I watched yesterday's game, and I actually got pleasure out of watching the young lanky left-hander named Zach Thornton, who pitched 7 innings, 82 pitches, who was dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And then some flunky manager who happens to be named Andy Green decided after 7 innings, what happened after that is incidental. If the Mets lost the game, it doesn't matter. They're finished. But I got pleasure as a fan watching this young man actually give it not an A performance, an A+ performance.
No, without a doubt.
Yeah. This is a problem that baseball, whoever the stewards of the game are, which are the owners, they have to understand it's not about analytics. It's about watching guys who actually are doing, and we don't analytically take them out after 7 innings because...
Or even sooner,
yeah, some
really.
gut,
Ed,
some
even
heart.
sooner.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get three times through. Sometimes that's the 5th inning.
Right.
The manager's instinct is to pull the kid.
And sometimes it makes sense.
Sometimes it does make sense, especially if he's struggling. Like he can't locate his strikes, or he's given up like hard hit balls, even though if they may be like there's certain indications that are what they are. But when someone's cruising like Zach Thornton was yesterday, just let him go, man.
That's it.
Even though he's young, even though this is like uncharted territory really for him because he hasn't been up long, but let him go. Let him learn. Even if something bad happens, at least it's an experience he's going to learn from, because that's honestly all you can hope for with the Mets right now.
Yes, it's learning experiences, and people focus on the physical, and I get that. Look, you're not going to run him into the ground throwing 150 pitches so he gets hurt.
Right.
That's not what we're talking about here, but there's a mental battle to being a professional pitcher. As I would know, of course. But there's a mental battle to it, right?
Of course.
Learning how to fight out of trouble and wiggle out of trouble, I think will do the Mets and do Zach Thornton a lot better.
Better.
Jeez, right off the bat. Good start.
Do him.
Down the stretch.
Do him. I'm trying to think of what you
do
were
him
trying
some
to...
good?
Yeah, do him some good.
All right.
I was like, what are you trying to even say?
There sounded like there was a word there. Down the stretch and just throwing him.
Right.
Paul in Queens. Paul, what's up?
How you doing?
All's good. What's
up,
happening?
Paul?
I'm doing all right, man. Tiki, I want to ask you about the Jets quarterback situation.
Oh, that's fun.
You know?
Yep.
So I'm gonna hang up and let you reply, okay?
Well, what's the question?
What's the question?
About the Jets quarterback situation.
Oh, what do I think about it? Oh, just a generalized question. Look, so when Geno Smith had his, I don't call it resurrection season, because he kind of just left the Jets and was just in purgatory.
Yeah.
Like he was nowhere, wasn't really.
Well, think about the resurrection. Waited. He had stops with the Giants and Chargers as back.
Right, but he wasn't really doing anything. Like he wasn't. He didn't get a chance to like reprove himself. That didn't happen until Seattle. So I did a couple of those games out in Seattle, and I got to tell you, I really liked Geno Smith. I liked his story. I liked the redemption. I like the, sitting behind Russell Wilson, and then Russell's time has ended, how it all ended. We know how that was. And he was right there to catch the Seahawks, and they could have just faded. Like when you lose.
Many expected them to.
Right. When you lose an, I don't want to call him iconic, but like a really good Super Bowl winning quarterback. Yeah. I guess he is iconic in Seattle.
No, I think for them, he was their franchise quarterback.
Like it is easy to just fall apart. Look what happened to the Giants. Like,
Yes.
you lose Eli, things just fall apart.
In fact, Tiki, I'd argue it's rare to not fall apart.
100%. He caught them and lifted them. And it was like, man, this is a good story. It's like a redemption story, and I really felt for him. And then he leaves after 2 years, had an average second season after his redemption, after he made the Pro Bowl. And then he goes to the Raiders. And the problem with the Raiders wasn't necessarily Geno Smith. It was Chip Kelly, his offensive coordinator.
Okay.
Who, and I watched some of these games because, I study all these things. And it was like he didn't know what to do. It was like he was confused. And to me, that was coaching. Because I've seen Geno Smith. I saw him with the Jets. I saw him with the Giants. I saw him in Seattle. He was on point in a lot of these moments. He looked completely lost last year. So I'm blaming the coach. Now, what does that mean for the Jets?
Okay.
So Frank Reich is a detailed, it's pro style. You got to step back. The ball's got to come out. I think Geno Smith could thrive in Frank Reich's system because he's not, let me tuck it and run. It's not one read, tuck, scramble, hopefully find some miracle downfield or go pick up 5 or 6 yards with your legs. Maybe that turns into a 20-yarder. I think the structure of Frank Reich's system actually will help Geno Smith as a quarterback. The only thing I'm worried about, and I never thought I would say this, is this off-field nonsense that we keep bringing up.
It's almost like he waited to come to the Jets for stuff, every week. I have to keep rereading stories to go, is this the same one?
I haven't heard anything negative about him. And since IK Impali.
Right.
Whatever that his name was.
But Tiki, it makes me think, are we just like in this warped area in New York where we just find out everything about our athletes and stuff like this was always going on?
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe. I think that it probably might be.
Like he might have gotten pulled over 30 times when he was a Charger and nobody knew about it.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because that worries me for this team. Because when that becomes the conversation as opposed to what are you doing to help the Jets win, it's a distraction you don't need.
And that's a good setup. A little bit later on in the show, let's call it around 12 noon. Every day this week, I am going to force feed us some football on All-Star Week. And
what's today? Today's the 13th. I mean, we're only 2 weeks, dude.
That's exactly it. So it's just going to be the high noon football high reasons to get high on this year.
You mean the Surfside?
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna theme this.
Yes, the Surfside football.
Yeah,
high noon is a competitor.
Oh, I forgot that was a drink. I was just talking about the time in the air.
I know. I'm just being opportunistic with our Surfside sponsorship.
We'll make it very bubbly for us. We'll figure out a
Surfside is not bubbly.
No bubbles.
I'm a fat moron.
No bubbles. Bottom line is this. At noon, we're talking football. We're going to do it every day this week.
Yes, by the Surfside.
Yes, all right. Richie in Queens. Richie, what's up?
What up, Richie?
Shaun, I hope you had a good vacation. Did you go somewhere like historic or were you just on the beach? What did you do?
I went to a little place called Sesame Place. But before that, I was actually out in Newport, California, talking to Will Ferrell and Molly Shannon for The Hawk, which we're going to get into a little bit
Yeah, it's a new show that he has coming out called The Hawk. Wait, Sesame Place? How was it?
Sesame Place is surprisingly really clean compared to what I remember as a kid. But it's good for little kids.
Yeah.
Like, I went with my 2 nephews. They're 1.5. My daughter's had a good time, too. But it's like it's a water park / regular park. You make a good day about it. Everybody gets the sandwich at Wawa, and you head home. I mean, that's basically it.
Nice. What's up, Richie?
I'm glad you had a good time.
Thank
Hey, I think about the All-Star games, obviously, and it's the one that I watch. Tika, no offense to the football and I just can't watch.
Ours is not a game anymore, Richie. Ours is not a game anymore.
Yeah, I just like to get, when the pitcher's on the mound and he's facing a guy throwing 100 miles an hour, it means something. And I remember guys years ago being a San Francisco Giant fan. I never got to see him until cable the last 20 years. And the All-Star game was so big, and there were 2 or 3 of them in the early 60s. They used to have 2 from 61 to 63. So to see Willie Mays and Willie McCovey and Roberto Clemente and all these guys, it was a highlight. It's not the same per se because you see them all the time now.
Right.
But it's still a good event. With the Yankees, Shawnee, they're talking about getting a Rise. Rise is going to be gone from the Giants. Maybe Devers. Devers is a hit-or-miss guy. Rise is giving you 360 on base, 800 OPS.
I just don't know where they're going to play Rise, because I don't think
well,
they get
that
rid
would
of
be
Jazz.
it, unless you put Jazz at third. But and just to end it real quick,
I don't want to do that again.
I would not throw to say if Judge is missing, it's a hit. But it's not like missing your quarterback, Deke.
Yeah.
It's a hitter that gets up 4 times.
Right.
If their pitching comes into play, could they win a World Series? Yeah, the odds would be down because Judd's never really hit in the playoffs.
Right.
So they've got to just get consistent, get the bullpen. Duvall's got to go. They're going to pick up a reliever.
They need a
Bednar
catcher.
has been terrific. Bednar's been really good.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Austin
baseball
Wells
is great,
has
guys.
appreciate you, Richie. Austin Wells has had a couple home runs over the last few days, so maybe something's happening. I doubt
Even
it.
if it is.
I doubt it, but maybe he's trying to save his job. He's trying to not be a casualty of the trade deadline because he's actually started to hit a little bit over the last couple of games. But can the Yankees? The question he brought, basically the question he asked, can the Yankees win a World Series if it's just on the pitching? Can Cam Schlittler give you 7 to 8 innings in every start that he goes into the postseason, so it saves your bullpen? You don't get into these high leverage situations, and the Yankees score just enough to win. And then can Garrett Cole do the same? And hopefully Max Fried comes back. I don't know the timetable on Carlos Rodon.
He was throwing, at least having catch this weekend.
But do you trust him? All of that stuff starts to come into play, and the Will Warrens of the world, et cetera.
Yeah.
What does that look like, and where do they slot into the postseason? Can that happen? Sure, but it's unlikely.
I agree.
Some of these better teams they're just going to get to you in the postseason. It's just what happens in baseball, and so you're going to have 3, 4, 5 games and before you get to the World Series where you score 7 runs. You score 8 runs.
Yeah, the difference is, and the reason Richie will bring that up and the underlying part of this is when Ronald Acuna got hurt for the Braves a couple of years ago and he was lost for the season, the Braves were thought to be done. They went on a run and they won the World Series without their best player.
Right.
Now that kind of like when Nick Foles wins the Super Bowl, Jeff Hostetler wins the Super Bowl. Inevitably, we always try to say, well, if that could happen, it could happen here. That's a really extreme outlier situation.
Right.
You need your best players to win championships.
There's no doubt about it. That's why you have them.
Exactly.
Like you have great players so that in moments when you need a great player, he's a great player.
Exactly. Because in the end, inevitably, the reason the Yankees haven't won is they felt like at times Aaron Judge hasn't stepped up. And even when he stepped up last year at moments versus the Blue Jays, it still wasn't enough. Look, the Yankees still need to add that catcher situation. Like Tiki talked about Austin Wells heating up, that's fine. They need to improve there. And I would even argue another bat. Now, as far as their bullpen goes, I mean, it was right in front of your face all weekend if you watch the Yankee games. The Nationals have the worst bullpen ERA in baseball. The Yankees have the best. So it's kind of funny that we sit here and go, man, the Yankees really need to add to their bullpen. I think, do the Yankees need to add to their bullpen? Yes. But I also think they need to recalibrate. Like, Doval cannot be pitching high leverage innings. Jake Bird can't be here pitching higher leverage innings. Whether it's this Angel Chivihi, who now has come out of nowhere. Paul Blackburn has been excellent. Brent Hedrick's been great all year.
He was huge yesterday, Blackburn. Because Bednar
awesome.
went for 3 innings over the previous 2
but
games.
You're talking about guys at the beginning of the year would be your early on innings guys. These have to be the high leverage guys now. Even Tim Hill has kind of crashed back down to earth in July. You can't rely on him. So recalibrating the order of importance and the circle of trust for the Yankee bullpen coming out of the break, I think is also
the thing
kind of
you
important.
don't want, though, Shaun, is it gets recalibrated by what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, but
because that could be fool's gold.
It might be, but a lot of times bullpens are fool's gold, right?
True.
I mean, you can't keep running out the names who have done nothing for you lately either.
No, you're right.
I mean, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mark in Manhattan. Mark, what's up?
What's up, Mark?
Hey, guys. I'm watching on YouTube, and Tiki, you look incredible. You are jacked. You look like the best.
I'm trying to stay
ever
young.
Looked at.
My youngest turned 10 on yesterday, actually. Tegan is 10 yesterday.
Wow.
So I have young
Happy
kids,
birthday,
even though
Tegan.
I'm 51. So I got to stay young for my
Tiki,
children.
You could play on Sundays.
I just don't like getting hit.
Well, you're getting in the hall, but I do have to ask you a favor.
Go ahead.
I got to beg you. I had a very bad vision. I had a vision that Shaun or Evan would wear that shirt that marathon shirt.
We'd have to run a marathon.
No, you got to earn this shirt, Mark. You got to earn this one.
Please never let them wear that. It's a terrible vision.
Mark.
Because you look unbelievable. You should tweet out what you're wearing today. But please, just as a great fan of yours, please never allow that to happen.
Mark, I can assure you
Thanks,
it's not.
Mark.
And Tiki's exactly right. You have to earn it. So full disclosure, how I could assure you I'll never wear that shirt is when the most athletic thing I ever did in my life was do that 5-borough bike tour with Team Boomer.
Oh,
a
I
couple
remember
years
that
ago.
a couple
I
years
read
ago.
the 40 miles and I did it. A lot of people thought I wouldn't. It was great. Here's the biggest loss of the whole thing. The Team Boomer, like, kits, the jerseys they hand out. That was the worst I ever looked as a human being in my life. Like, these tight marathon.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That is a lie.
Why is that a lie?
That is an absolute lie. Because my wife painted your bald body.
Thank God you said bald.
At American Dream.
That's
was
right.
That 2 years ago? Last year?
God, 2 years ago, I think. Yes. I was supposed to look like the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Yes,
I looked like
you
Gold
were the
Dust.
Larry O'Brien trophy.
You're right.
That was probably the worst.
That was such a tight onesie, and she just painted the rest of my body gold. That was terrible. Okay, so the second worst I looked
there you go.
was in this the kit for the Five Borough Tour. So like it's a shirt like that, but it's like zips up. Dude, look, do I have some man breasts? Of course. Like I'm not gonna run from them. But it like inflated him. That jersey made me look like I had breast implants.
Cleavage?
It was horrible. Like my nipples looked like silver dollar pancakes in that thing. It was terrible.
It's like who did that? Was it Homer Simpson?
I don't remember.
with the meme where he's like, my milkshake brings up.
Like, yes. That was it. So, in fact, that's part of the reason I'm scared to do the bike tour again. Is never look like that
That's
again.
amazing.
Let's back. No proper transition here. David Howell. Dave, what's up?
What's up, Dave?
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the Yankees, how you said that they weren't scoring enough runs. So against the Rays, they scored 11. But it happens to be, I wasn't there for the 20-game stretch. I was out on vacation. I didn't have internet.
Yeah.
And before that...
Well, hold on. Where'd you go to vacation where you have no internet? Where in the world?
For 20 days.
It doesn't have internet.
I was with my school.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have phones in school.
Oh, nice.
Anyway,
nice.
So I was before that. They were playing perfect small ball, and that's what Boone kept on saying that they needed to do if they wanted to work out Judge. And he kept on saying how they got to continue playing small ball, and they were doing a great job. So they're not scoring a lot of runs. They'll have games where they'll go off in 11 runs, like against Tampa, 13, whatever. But they're going to need to play small ball until Judge comes back. And I think that can carry them to the postseason. Once postseason, Judge will be back. Against the Palmer Club.
Well, I mean, if he does come back, it changes things. So this is the challenge with the small ball thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that, but when you start to play teams that have suspect bullpens, you need to destroy them.
Well, yes.
Right? And so when you have an Aaron Judge or even Giancarlo Stanton or Cody when he's on and Ben Rice right now, like there's four guys who you think can just destroy bad pitching.
Yeah.
And let's be real. Like most teams don't have fully complete, perfect, 7, 8, 9 bullpens guys. They don't.
No.
And so some of these series, especially when you get to the postseason, you're going to come up against a guy that doesn't belong there. You got to destroy him. And if you're not hitting and you're anemic, like the Yankees were for 20 games after July 7th or June 17th, I forget when they scored 10 runs against the White Sox. If you're anemic like that for that long in the postseason, you're not winning.
No, and think about when they got eliminated last year. We almost forget because they lost to the Blue Jays, right?
Right.
They got eliminated when Cam Schlittler took on a bullpen game.
Yes.
They couldn't hit a bullpen game.
That's right.
And that was part of the reason Evan thought we were going back to Toronto for a Game 5. I had my doubts based on their offense, but they have been shut down by pitching like that far too often in October. So the small ball stuff is nice to say in theory, and you're right. You do need to manufacture runs, but the small ball stuff's supposed to be those added runs.
Yes.
You still need to bludgeon bad pitching when it gets inserted because there's not enough good pitching in the postseason anyway. Donna in New Jersey. Donna, what's up?
Hey, Donna.
Hi, guys. How are you?
All's good.
I'm a long-time listener. I just wanted to preface with Shaun, I'm a lazy teacher, so I'm off in the summer.
Well done, Donna. Well done.
I have all day to listen to you, so I couldn't be happier with that.
Thank you.
Tiki, I also want to say thank you for all the wonderful years. You're amazing.
Thank you.
I also have a cousin who lives in East Hanover, and her daughter goes to dance competitions.
Oh, nice.
And she has met you and says you're amazing.
That's
and I
right.
said
That
no
was
doubt.
back when my daughters still had time for dance. Now that's cheer 24/7. But dance was
Oh,
awesome.
it's not okay. I'm sorry. I thought they were
but
doing
we used to do dance. Yeah, we were at Amanda's dance extensions for a lot of years.
Well, see, now that I'm home, I can catch up. Since I'm lazy again, going back to Shaun. I'm just kidding. But I just wanted to ask you, Tiki. I'm a huge Francisco Lindor fan. Always have been. Never turned on the guy like the rest of my toxic fan base does most of the time. Mm-hmm. But as a former athlete, we all know that Francisco Lindor is always one that does, I hate the word, but takes accountability.
Right.
Even yesterday, he had the home run, had the double.
Right.
I was so happy for him. And then makes the error, which, like Shaun said, is just so classic. How it ended.
I mean, it would have ended the game. It would have ended the game.
Right.
Right.
Correct. Although Devin Williams, I do blame for that a little bit more, but that's neither here nor there. But as a former athlete, knowing this guy, knowing that he, like I said, takes accountability. Even yesterday said he's not playing up to his standard.
Right.
And it goes back a couple weeks ago when you said about emasculating him.
Yep.
With the captainship.
Yep.
So now a guy like him, do you really think that's affecting him? And
I think it definitely
does
is.
he?
Don,
and how does he get
definitely
over that?
Well, I think
Thanks, Don.
Don, I appreciate that question because this has happened to me before, and you get on these teams that just aren't good, and it happened Fossils last year.
Yeah.
We all remember this. It was just like we weren't bad, but we weren't good, and then when things like spiraled, Fossils fired even though he's still there.
Yeah,
nobody was I think mentally strong enough to stand up and take accountability.
Okay.
So if you want to ask, how does Francisco Lindor, even though he's been neutered, emasculated by Steve Cohen and David Stearns, and we're never going to have a captain, et cetera, and you undercut him. You basically cut his knees out from underneath him. The way that he gets back to being that leader is doing what he did yesterday. Basically saying, I suck.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking at anybody else. This has nothing to do with the manager, has nothing to do with my team. This is me. And I have to lead from a position of consistency and competence and excellence. And that's with everything. Obviously at the dish, where he was great yesterday, but also with his glove where he's supposed to be great. So, one, you have to acknowledge there's a problem. Mm-hmm. I think the Mets, for too long, have not acknowledged the problem. Like, it's just, we're fine. We're good. It's okay.
We're close.
We're close. Yeah. No, there's an issue. Acknowledge it. Address it. Don't let the reporters ask you. Just acknowledge it.
Get ahead of it yourselves. Yeah, exactly.
We all see it. We're not stupid.
We're not blind.
Right? Yeah. We watch you boot the ball around. We watch you guys have anemic at-bats. We watch your rotation crap the bed over and over and over again. And Devin Williams blows the third save of the season so far. Like, we see it. Acknowledge it. Because the first thing you got to do to get better is acknowledge that there's a problem.
It's like the first step in every program.
100%.
The Mets can't get past the first step.
Right? It's tried and true.
Yes.
Right? So
you can't fix the problem without admitting this one.
Acknowledge it. And then you now need to rely on guys like Francisco Lindor, guys like Juan Soto, even though he's not the vocal one. I'm trying to think who else it would be.
Well, at this point, yeah. Like Francisco Alvarez by default.
Maybe. And maybe that's the issue.
Right.
Like,
they don't have enough of those guys.
There aren't those guys that can stand up and acknowledge this and say, we're going to be better.
Yep.
So, but until you do that, good luck, man.
It probably would have been Pete Alonso, but they moved on from Alonso,
that's exactly
right?
Him, McNeil, and Nimmo.
Why are you bringing up that wound?
I'm just saying they don't. And again, I agreed with them not bringing him back. They don't have a leader.
No.
They don't have any. At least with the Yankees, they have Aaron Judge. They have multiple options. The Mets don't have anyone that's a vocal leader that you can go to.
The one guy that wanted.
Interestingly, Aaron Judge did not travel to Washington.
No, he did not.
I'm just saying.
Interesting indeed. 888-808-1019.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just stating the fact.
Will he be in Philly to tip a cap? We'll see. Speaking of Philadelphia, there's a Yankee player that should be commended and applauded, but people are angry at him. I'm not. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on The Fan.
With the warm months here, finally, it's time for a healthier you. My good buddy John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Well, now it's the time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. Their dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. And if you happen to have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help you get back the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal. ESPN recently released a list of top 10 quarterbacks heading into the season as voted on by league executives, coaches, and scouts, and Josh Allen is number one ahead of Patrick Mahomes. Okay, great. Wake me up in January if Josh Allen ever beats Patrick Mahomes in a big spot. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. Trade every match from the opening rounds all the way to the final. Last week, Belgium was trading at 2.5% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade could pay out $3,744 if they win soccer's biggest prize. Want to know where they're at today? Check Kalshi. For limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code PITCH to get a $10 credit when you trade $10. That's promo code PITCH. Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Must be present in state where it is legal to trade. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prizes, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. $10 free credit with no expiration. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
Hi, this is New Jersey Attorney General Jen Davenport. Seatbelts are your best defense against being injured in a crash, so buckle up every time you get in a vehicle. 95% of New Jerseyans wear their seatbelts. Come on, Jersey, let's make it 100%.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started today. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York, and with FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, please call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369.
Summer's heating up and pest season is officially here. Mosquitoes, ticks, ants, and wildlife are becoming more active across the greater New York area as summer temperatures rise. Enjoy your summer, not the pests. JP McHale Pest Management helps protect your home, family, pets, employees, and customers all summer long. With local offices around the tri-state area, their local experts are ready with seasonal residential savings and free commercial inspections. Visit nopests.com. That's NOPESTS.com. JP McHale Pest Management, not just good, guaranteed.
Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies for new Fios customers with auto-pay, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orlin & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlinCohen.com.
We all do it. You have a night for yourself but don't like the sound of the silence, so you turn on the TV just for the ambience. It's a little trick that helps you feel like you've got company and aren't alone. And other insurers, well, they may make you feel alone. But when you switch to Geico, you've got claims reps available around the clock. So whenever you need, you'll have people around to help. And let's turn on the washing machine, just for good measure. Isn't that soothing?
It feels good to have support. It feels good to Geico.
The summer is here and it is hot. If you think a new central air conditioning system is out of your budget, You got to think again. Sloman's is here to change the game with their Super Savings Sale. They're offering cutting-edge 18-SEER 2026 refrigerant-compliant R454B systems, expertly installed by their certified technicians, all at the lowest prices of the year. That's right, you get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Plus, they're including a comprehensive 5-year service plan that includes annual system checks, filter replacement, and refrigerant to keep your AC running smoothly all summer long. Servicing all of Long Island and Queens, you can call the team at Sloman's today, 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But you got to hurry, these cool savings aren't going to last. So don't miss out. Call 516-932-7000 or visit ac.slomans.com. That's ac.slomans.com. Terms and conditions do apply. Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
If you're still using a sportsbook to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sportsbook. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York. And
I mean, I came in today, Tiki, and the office where Craig usually sits with like 1 million pints of fried rice and dumplings. Like, it was so super clean. I noticed that. And then I came in the studio and I'm like, wait, we can eat off this carpet?
Wow.
What happened?
Big Mac did a good job.
Yeah, and it was like you just needed Craig not to eat here for a week, and the place got completely clean. So I guess the return of Craig later on, Gio will return tomorrow. It is that summer of love on WFAN, as it often is. And we are in the All-Star break. You can look out for a lot of lists dropping on the internet. That's always big here, and I'm sure we'll debate plenty as the week goes on. But something I'm going to call hypocrisy on myself here, okay?
On you?
Yes. There was something I was super excited for that is not going to happen, that I'm more excited is not going to happen than I was
You're
excited
so
for.
confusing, dude.
Okay.
All right,
Let me boil this down.
Yes.
I was super pumped all year as the season was going on to go, this is sick. The Yankees are going to have a pitcher pitching in the All-Star game. Like, Cam Schlittler is good enough, and he'll probably start the All-Star game. This is going to be awesome. And then yesterday, it comes out before the game that Cam Schlittler went into Aaron Boone's office and said, hey, I'm going to go to the All-Star game, but I'm not going to pitch because Tuesday will be his throw day, and he didn't want to amp it up beyond the normal throw day stuff where he's throwing 100 miles an hour and getting all this. And
Good for him.
He wants to protect himself. I said the same thing.
Good for him.
Good for him. And when I read those quotes and I read the reasoning, I was pumped up, Tiki, because Cam Schlittler now has built a resume. And I'm not just talking about on the field, off the field. His, like, finding Michael Jordan nature of fake things to be mad at with the Red Sox and their fans.
Right.
Not that all of it was fake. And then just every time you needed a Yankee to have like kind of the right answers, after a game he dominated, and post game he'd be like, yeah, I could do better than that. He says all the right things.
Of course he does.
And Cam Schlittler, seeing how important he is to the success of the Yankees this year and how important it is to have him healthy to go to the World Series and go, I don't want to risk amping it up. That was music to my ears yesterday.
He's got bigger fish to fry.
Yes.
This isn't about the All-Star game, as great as that may sound. It is just an exhibition that doesn't mean anything for this Yankee team.
And think about a
it
guy
could
like
mean
Cam.
a lot. It could mean a lot to him.
But think about this. You don't know,
But
man.
you only pitch an inning or maybe 2. So who cares?
But if you're Cam Schlittler, this also shows me confidence, right? Because a normal person, I think, would look at this, your first trip to the All-Star game, and go, I don't know if I'm ever getting back. This is really cool. I want to seize this.
Oh, he knows he's going back.
I think he knows he's good. He understands he's that good, and he probably thinks to himself, we have bigger goals this year. I'll get another opportunity to pitch in an All-Star game. And there's something about Cam Schlittler's attitude, and this is what I was talking about with why these Yankees felt different at times. They haven't had a guy with this kind of attitude probably since Roger Clemens.
Yeah, I know last week when you were out, he was talking about how some people say that I may have lost whatever it is. And it pisses him off.
Yeah.
And then he goes out and he dominates and pitches 8 innings, has 8 strikeouts, and he comes off and is like, yeah, see?
Yeah.
It's not like it's the constant chip on your shoulder.
Right.
It's hard to have that because you got it good. Now, he hasn't signed a long-term deal. He's not a multimillionaire, set for life type of situation, but he's playing baseball. He is great at baseball. He is an all-star and maybe even a Cy Young winner this year or in the future. Like he's got it good.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep your chip on your shoulder when you got it good.
And he does.
And he absolutely does. But that's how you it's like it's almost a requisite for greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Is you got to be pissed off about something all the time. And if you're not, then you take it for granted.
There's 2 other parts of this that I wanted to bring up here. And now, with Cam Schlittler skipping the All-Star game and doing all this, there were some naysayers. The naysayers would say, is Cam Schlittler kind of nursing and hiding an injury? Because he did have some dips in velocity the last couple starts. He was more workmanlike, but I still thought pretty good versus Washington. I think his bad, if that's what's considered bad, I mean, he gave up the home run to James with the start that basically settled in and figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any part of you that thinks this is more than him just having the right attitude and something hiding an injury?
If it's anything, it's just I want to chill.
Okay.
Like I want to give
I hope you're right, and I believe you're right.
We got a whole lot of baseball left. I want to chill.
Then watching the game yesterday, Michael Kay brought up something on the broadcast that I think you and Evan would have crushed me for had I brought it up on the air. So now that it's out there, I want to bring it up to you. Remember how many times we argued about the Yankees needing to worry about the Dodgers? And I said, well, ultimately, you still got to beat that team to win a World Series.
Yes.
And you guys said, you can't worry about all that or whatever.
Right. By the way, 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, I was the one that said the Dodgers are the new rival.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let this sink in.
I'm always thinking about the Dodgers.
So Michael Kay brings up on the broadcast, what was it, Girardi with him yesterday? It might have been. I'm drawing a blank who had the answer. It was like, absolutely not. Should the Yankees, with Cam Schlittler skipping the All-Star game, also have Cam not pitch one of the first 3 games out of the break so that the Dodgers don't see him?
Okay. I mean, no, because you need to win those games.
Okay. That's the debate. Joe Girardi flat out said yesterday, the broadcast, no, absolutely, every game matters right now.
Right.
And you don't know if you're going to see the Dodgers in the World Series anyway.
If you're 5 games up on the Rays, ahead in the East, you're not like they're okay behind you, but they're never going to catch you. Maybe you start playing chess.
Yeah.
But right now it's just give me some checkers, man. And let's line them up. Got this guy going. Let's go.
And the earlier you start out of the break, the more likely it is maybe you get an extra start throughout the year, and every Cam Schlittler start is that important. So I'm with you. I would start him, but I thought it was funny that he brought that up yesterday because it did dawn on me. But you know what's so funny, Tiki?
I mean, that's just like deep in the weeds.
It's deep in the weeds, and you know me. I get very deep in the weeds.
No, but I'm just saying, like, to think that far ahead.
I respected the question because it's something I would come up with, which made me feel better. When everybody says, you don't want the pitcher or the hitter seeing the pitcher, I never understood why it doesn't work the other way. Doesn't it behoove Cam Schlittler to get a feel for that Dodger lineup too?
Yeah. I mean, I think it works both ways.
Yeah, I think it should, but we never look at it the other way. Even when it comes to a third time through the order. I don't know. The pitcher hasn't figured out the hitter 3 times through the order either.
Right.
I don't know. Just something I think about. 888-808-1019. Juan in Baltimore. Juan, what's up?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
What's up?
Good morning, Tiki.
What's up, dude?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Awesome.
You guys are always my favorite show, favorite multiple host show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so just recently I had the pleasure of running into Roger Clemens out here, and Saturday night I ran into Jazz Chisholm.
Ah, interesting. And
And so I tell Jazz flat out, I said, yo, what happened with the 50-50?
You said that to him?
Oh, that's cold-blooded. What?
And what did he say?
And he says, hey, don't worry. There's a lot of season left, man. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. I was like, so I have two questions. And I asked Evan's question to Roger Clemens, but I want to share that when Evan's there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, do you think Jazz is going to make it to 50, either stolen bases or home runs?
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, who is the trade for each of you? Who is the one the Yankees should trade for that would definitely put them over the top? It could be any player in baseball.
I think the easy answer, Juan, appreciate your call. And call back next week when Evan is back. You can ask him the Roger Clemens thing, because I've met Roger a lot. I'm interested to hear the take and the question. It's Skubal. It's Tariq Skubal. That's the easy one, because it guarantees you another elite arm in the postseason, and you're not worried about Max Fried getting healthy and getting right any longer. Like you have an embarrassment of riches in your starting rotation, and then obviously you got to hope that Aaron Judge is healthy. But to me, the easiest one is Skubal.
Yeah, I mean, and look, he's the biggest, most dominant name. So while I've maintained that despite adding Skubal, they would still need to add to catcher, throw in another bullpen arm, the truth is, whether it's Ryan Jeffers or Hunter Goodman, like insert your catcher here or insert your bullpen arm here, it's Luke Weaver. Let's just play Fantasyland. Either way, those moves you hope work out.
Right.
Skubal's kind of the one you know will. So how could you even pick anything other than Skubal not to be the one to put you over the top?
No, I agree. That's the one. And obviously you're going to address catcher, it seems like, unless
you have to.
Unless Austin Wells, whatever.
Stop unlessing Austin Wells. 26 stolen bases for Jazz, 13 homers.
I think he gets to 50 stolen bases.
I agree.
I think that he gets there easily.
Because he'll be close enough that he'll will himself to that 50.
Yeah, exactly. But he's got 66 games to hit 37?
37 gets you to 40.
To 50.
50, yeah. So
he's got 66 games
to
hit 37.
He's not even going to get to 30.
Home run.
He's not even going to get 30, 50. He's going to hit like 26 homers. He'll probably double that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he could get hot, especially if Judge comes back and he's not. I think he's going to have 25, 50.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And by the way, good year.
Of course, it's a great year.
For all the people that can't stand Jazz or get on him for the 50-50 stuff, he is leading Major League Baseball in go-ahead home runs hit in the seventh inning or later.
That's right.
That is the definition of clutch. The NBA has a clutch player award.
Mm-hmm.
If Major League Baseball had that, Jazz Chisholm would be in contention for that.
We'd have two, because Ben Rice has been pretty damn clutch,
that triple yesterday was incredible. Rosie, speaking of which, we didn't do that with the giveaway. Was that, in fact, the Yankee turning point yesterday, was the Ben Rice triple?
It was.
Okay.
That was the easiest one.
Exactly.
That we've had in a long time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
8th inning triple.
Yeah, incredible.
I mean, come on.
Absolutely incredible. Jimmy in Manalapan. Jimmy, what's up?
Hey, Jimmy.
Good morning, gentlemen. Pleasure to talk to you. Can you tell me, I'm a Red Sox fan, why isn't Sonny Gray on the All-Star team? He's 11-1.
You know, it's interesting. I don't know. I think so much of what All-Stars have become, and this is all sports, by the way, appreciate your call, Jimmy, I hate to use this because it demeans it. And I'm not demeaning anybody, especially the guys that actually make it. It's become somewhat of a popularity contest.
Of course it has.
And it's become I know that you actually are good, even if you're not having a good / all-star type season.
But that's silly.
And look, we got this from Philly, Zach Wheeler.
Okay, yeah.
He declined because you snubbed me.
Yeah.
So he's not going. So I don't want to say it's a problem, because at the end of the day, it's an exhibition, and who gives a crap? You know what I mean? But you also can't go look at the Vlad Juniors, who's an all-star, having quite literally the worst season of his career.
Correct, yeah.
And he knows it.
And he still just makes it from being a popular.
Just from being Vlad Jr.
Has a whole country behind him.
Right.
No, you're right.
I mean, I don't think you can get bent out of shape about it.
Remember last year, everybody went nuts about Soto not making it?
Yeah, I mean, it affects what these guys can ask. Well, I'm a 4-time All-Star. I'm a whatever in contract-wise. But I don't think it really matters.
It doesn't matter. And in the end, I just want to take you back because I don't forget things. Last year, All-Star Week, Evan off, Tiki and I sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody remember what the biggest story of All-Star Week was?
I don't.
It wasn't Juan Soto getting snubbed. It wasn't the snub. It was, should regular season games eventually end with swing-offs? Because that's how the All-Star game ended.
That's right.
That was the talk last year. By the time that game ended, not a soul remembered who got snubbed. In fact, the 3 hitters on each side that were chosen because there were 3 left in the dugout because all the people that we go crazy about.
That's right. They left.
They left.
That's right.
So anybody that got snubbed wouldn't be there for the ending and the thriller anyway.
Yeah, the only person, Carl Schwarber. That's who. I mean, not Carl Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle
yeah.
Schwarber.
He's in the home run derby tonight.
Yes, that's who I want to see because he just mashes home runs. And Ben Rice, obviously.
And going back real quickly to what I had with the Cam Schlittler stuff, how about the balls on John Schneider yesterday, the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays? He was asked about Cam Schlittler saying he's not going to pitch in the All-Star game, and he said he had made the decision on who was starting the All-Star game even before that news, and it was going to be Dylan Cease, his own starting pitcher.
Of course.
You know, what a tool.
I mean, but I got to forget. He has to do that.
Dylan Cease himself last week said as good a first half as I had. Nobody's had paraphrasing the first half game. Schlittler had.
Right.
He deserves to start.
Yeah, but I mean, that's his dude, man.
I know it's his dude.
He's leading the league in strikeouts. He's got 148 already.
But it really ticks me off.
He's having a hell of a season.
Man, you get to manage the All-Star game when your team participates in the World Series the year before. We've seen a lot of Yankee managers get to manage an All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of times the Yankee starters get the start. So why is it that the Yankees, who were basically treated like I know Tiki, you hate to hear this, the evil empire full of pigs, could always pass on not force-feeding their starters into these All-Star games?
Because who have you wanted to start?
I have to go back. Or way back when, Mussina or Pettit or something like that. I don't know. But the bottom line is this. That's ridiculous. If Cam Schlittler was able to pitch and not start this game, I would have been going nuts. I would have been going nuts because it would have been absurd. Absolutely absurd.
But you just said it meant nothing.
Faux,
so why do you want him to start then if it means nothing?
Faux All-Star rage.
Because I told you I was also very excited before I found out he had pulled out. I'm going on both sides of my brain here, and I don't care how flip-floppy that take is. I think it's great that he wanted out, but I also think it's ridiculous that he wouldn't have been the starter if he wanted in. So be it.
I'm with Tiki. Schneider had to say it's his guy.
It's his guy.
It's his guy.
But Dylan Cease already said.
What the hell is Dylan Cease going to say? Like, if Schneider picks a rival, not only a Yankee, but a rival, division rival over him, how's he even look him in the? How you look Dylan Cease in the face? Hey, sorry, man. I know you're leading the league in strikeouts, and you've been phenomenal for us this year. But Cam Schlittler, we're on the Schlitt train. Get some malt liquor.
Dylan Cease just signed a mega contract. So be it. Come on. What is this, a handout contest?
No, it is you're my guy. I got your back, and I'm showing you in the All-Star game.
I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all.
Do you really care?
You know, it's funny you say that.
Do you really care?
When I go home tonight, will I care?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Will I on Tuesday? No. But yesterday it rubbed me the wrong way. Okay. So how long am I allowed to care? How about that?
A day. You're good.
Okay.
It's over now.
We got
it out of your system.
Continue to take your calls. And I have a series this week, an All-Star Week, where kind of anything goes, where I'm introducing the 4 dumbest arguments of All-Star Week. I'm creating them, too.
What?
So we'll get you on the phones and we'll hear this out.
This is not the Cinco.
No, this is not the Cinco. Listen, Tiki, you and I have worked a long time between national and local radio.
Are you Cincoing and hosting?
Yeah. He's going to Cinco today, Rosie. Okay. Bottom line is this.
You better be good, Rosie.
I have learned this week is about creativity.
Yes.
Both nationally and locally. So I got ideas.
Know what that means? Football.
Oh, we got football coming at noon. This is going to be another baseball one, 11:30. I got everything.
Brought to you by Surfside.
It is. Well,
not really.
Not really, but it is. All right. Well, you guys back on the phones in that next. 888-808-1019. Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash. And our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Tiki Barber here. When it comes to getting the latest info on the world's game, we got France, the Iberian Peninsula. That's what it's called, right?
I don't know.
Spain and Portugal. Isn't that what it's called?
You cannot be asking me and Paul Rosenberg that question.
That was a great game over the weekend. But now we have France and Spain and England taking on Argentina and Messi. You got to trust the global leader in science, technology, engineering, math, and more at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. NJIT's Martin Tuckman School of Management has developed a digital dashboard tracking fan sentiment and all things World Cup. Find out the most useful, up-to-the-minute local information for this global event at njit-worldcup.com. That's njit-worldcup.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
I was right. It is the Iberian Peninsula. Look at me, geography.
Look at you.
The Yankees head into the All-Star break with momentum after winning their last 4.
That baby's gone! Ben Rice rings the bell again!
Van Rice has been red hot, providing big hits and big power during the Bombers' surge.
We always had faith in ourselves that we were going to turn the corner.
And now the focus shifts to the second half of the season.
All our hopes and dreams are there for the taking. You know, we've at least put ourselves in a position to go realize our ultimate goal of playing and winning a championship.
The chase continues after the break, and you can catch all the action here on your home for Yankees baseball. 101.9 FM WFAN, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Make this your summer of unforgettable drives in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Their expert team makes shopping easy and stress-free. One reason they were named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison for luxury driving all summer long.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Well, Lorenzo, the pitch looked good.
Yeah, so green.
USA keeper was decent enough.
Didn't have much to do.
99 minutes.
Not a single goal. Well, Bet365 sure came through, though. I bet $10 and got $150 in bonus bets, just for signing up.
At least someone scored.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Experience the future of tennis at the U.S. Open. Stars of the Open. Presented by Chase returns to Arthur Ashe Stadium Thursday, August 27th at 6 p.m. Watch the sport's most electrifying young prodigies like Yao Fonseca, Alexandra Ayala, Lerner Tien, and Iva Jovic as they break through on the world's biggest stage. Witness tomorrow's champions today. Proceeds to benefit the USTA Foundation. Tickets are available now at usopen.org.
Orgavada Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
This summer, cool down with Dunkin' Refreshers. Sip on black cherry or try the all-new pink pineapple. Or try one of their flavorful fan favorites like mango pineapple or strawberry dragon fruit. All of them are ice cold and refreshing. Dunkin' Refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. A whole lot of flavor and very refreshing. It's a sip of summer, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
All right, they won. You gotta text your buddies. Except you're driving. If you have to respond, pull over. Texting and driving is illegal and could lead to an accident. A safety message from the Rothenberg Law Firm. InjuryLawyer.com.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve. But my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents?
Staples has folders, notebooks, and pens at great prices.
I'm smiling from ear to ear.
It's the most wonderful time.
Mom, I missed the bus of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples, where school supplies start at just 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit your local Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Sunshine, high 84.
Weather brought to you by Capital One. Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank guide. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Here's a World Soccer Championship preview.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. And by the first ever Infiniti QX65. England and Argentina are no strangers at the World Championships, especially for Maradona's Hand of God goal at the quarterfinals in 1986. Argentina now looks to Leo Messi instead of a helping hand to lead them to the finals, while England will rely on Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham for the offensive result needed to play in the final in East Rutherford next week. I'm Fernando Carlos.
Bring the flavor to the World Soccer Championship with Crush Orange Soda. Crush is the perfect pick for every match, highlight, and game-winning goal. Make every match even sweeter with Crush Orange Soda.
The night belongs to the fans. Join Tommy Lugauer for After Hours. Weekdays at 7. Call 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus.
Can't shut it off. Can't shut it off.
Right.
It's one thing to post. Look, social media is a part of people's world now. You want to post on Twitter and Instagram while you're on vacation, whatever.
It's one thing if you're on vacation for a day.
Yeah.
Like where you leave for, like I was out last week for a day.
Mm-hmm.
I did the Pups and Pros thing in Indianapolis. And I paid attention. Like I listened on the Odyssey app.
Right.
I'm on the plane. I'm streaming the Odyssey app. Listening to Big Mac and whatever, so I can stay up with what's going on. If I'm gone for a week, I'm not listening to Jack.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm barely turning a television on.
And look, if you don't want to miss you as a fan because you're a Met or Yankee fan, like I've been on vacation, I've checked Yankee scores and stuff. Hell, I did it this week. The Rays was a big series. I couldn't really access the games where I was, but Evan is just listening nonstop to sports talk all week. I don't know. And this goes for anybody out there with your job. Like if you're a teacher right now, you're off for the summer. Are you going back and reading tests? You know what I mean? If you're off from being a plumber for the week, are you like investigating pipes at the hotel? No. It's good to have it's not a physical break. It's a mental break. Evan doesn't have mental breaks.
I don't know if plumbers actually get breaks. Somebody always has an issue.
Well, I mean, a plumber still goes on vacation.
It's easy because they don't have to be dialed in. If they're physically not there, if their hands aren't there, then how are you checking in on it?
I don't know. Rosie,
unless you have somebody else running the business. But then you probably are checking in.
I guess. But like Rosie's a good example. Rosie went away last week to Disney. You texted me, for some tips or whatever. Yeah. Did you put on this station or like feel like you needed to listen to sports talk last week?
No, I was totally checked out. I barely had any idea what went on.
Okay, good. So that's healthy. Evan Roberts is not healthy. I can't believe the texts we're getting.
Well, I wonder if that's because it's just like the All-Star break and the Mets had such like a bad loss, even for their standards, that I wonder if he just had to do that.
Paulie, he texted me and Tiki this morning that he was listening to Talking Giants in the pool.
Yes.
Why?
And he was coming up with ideas to debate Eli Manning, Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, he was giving us football ideas. Which
he's like,
again,
that's your lead. We're like,
no, it's not.
Nobody knows what DVOA is.
Exactly. So we have our own leads. And speaking of that, I have this week 2 different buckets to pull from. One is things to get you excited for football season on All-Star Week. We're going to do that in a half an hour. The other is big, dumb All-Star Week debates. Okay? And I'm admitting they're dumb, but they're debates I want to have nonetheless. So I'm here to introduce to you guys on the phones, and we'll get back to your other calls at 888-808-1019, and introduce to Paulie and introduce to Tiki. The big dumb debate of the week, number 1.
Let's hear it.
Will Cam Schlittler go down as the greatest number 31 in New York baseball history?
What?
That is his jersey number. And of course, when you think of the number 31 in New York, you think, Paulie?
Mike Piazza.
Mike Piazza of the New York Mets.
Who else is 31?
It's not a good list. This is why I brought up this is why it's a big dumb debate. The Mets number 31s all time, they're not great.
Well, Piazza.
I'm saying beyond Piazza, and that's retired,
right.
and they're not going to have another one, obviously, because it's retired. The Yankees, we're talking about like Brian Boehringer. It's just, it's not good either. It is a rare number in New York baseball lore that hasn't had a lot of great. Now,
We're just talking baseball.
Just talking baseball. John Franco switched to 31, or switched off of 31 when Piazza got traded there. We heard him this morning with Jerry, which also jogged my memory about this. But Cam Schlittler is in his first full year. He was already elected to an All-Star game, might be the Cy Young Award winner. We think that he has the best yet to come, and he's homegrown, Tiki. Mike Piazza was not homegrown. Mike Piazza did not win a World Series here either. So, we have that on the table. We'll see what the future of Cam has. But Mike Piazza did hit one of the most iconic Mets home runs after 9/11 of all time. And, of course, was the pulse of that Met team that did make a World Series. But, again, a non-champion, non-homegrown player was the greatest 31 New York baseball had to offer. So, now, the big dumb debate to start Monday. Cam Schlittler, I believe, will be the greatest number 31 in New York baseball history.
New York baseball history.
New York baseball history.
But not New York sports history.
No, you can't do sports.
Yeah.
You can't. Right now, Igor Shesterkin might be better than both.
Yeah.
Jason
Shesterkin, Sehorn.
Yeah. Dave Winfield. Come on.
Yeah.
He was fine. Bad era.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad era.
Jets coach, Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn, 31?
How are you bringing up Winfield? There's no way you watched it.
He's still Joe's an intern. He saw an avenue to turn on the microphone and rip off a name that he wasn't alive for. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, you weren't even alive.
I read that play,
dude.
right?
When were you born?
I was born in 2003.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Joe, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Because it's something I would have done when I was an intern as well.
Okay.
If you're going to be on the air, you're hurting my neck to watch you lift your neck up and hurt. Can you just lower it to face?
Listen, I'm like 5 apples high. This thing that never stays down here, so I have to continuously climb the ladder.
It's like watching a giraffe eat. Just please put it down. Okay, so Tiki, I say Schlittler will be
in baseball.
He's going to pass. But that promises that he's going to have a Hall of Fame, Piazza Hall of Famer as a Met. That's the other part of this.
Yeah, maybe injuries.
See why it's a dumb debate?
It is a dumb debate, and you can't even discuss it. It's way too early.
Yes, we can discuss it. It's All-Star Week.
No, because it's the second season.
That's why it's a dumb debate.
So you're projecting way out.
Yeah, let's have a projection.
And in year 3, 4, or 5, he has Tommy John.
Yeah.
And it just never recovers.
The year is 2046.
Now you look foolish for saying he was going to be better than Mike Piazza, whose number's retired. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Let's play 2046, 20 years from now. Tiki's 71 years old.
Yep.
Still no cane running marathons.
Yep.
Okay. We're sitting here. Is Cam Schlittler the greatest number 31 in New York baseball history? Does he pass Piazza?
No.
Wow. Paulie, tiebreak, Mr. Met.
God, this is only based on my theory of sports,
which is
that if Cam Schlittler wins a World Series, that automatically puts him above Piazza because he never did. So for me, Cam Schlittler has a better chance to do it because I think the Yankees might win a World Series in his tenure.
Do you think that they're winning? Are they winning this year? Probably not. Are they winning next year?
I don't care, but he's 25 and he's an ace. And I think he can win.
Okay, so if they don't
Yankees.
win over the next couple of years, look, here's what could happen.
Okay,
this is a bad hypothetical.
All right,
this is me being glass half empty.
All right,
Yankees aren't good enough to win a World Series this year. We've seen the flaws. We've seen the ineptitude over the last 20 games, the last 4 notwithstanding.
Way to bring the mood down.
I'm just being a realist. Aaron Judge, banged up, doesn't play the rest of the season, comes back, and he's just who he was this year, which was a 270 hitter who was going to hit 40 home runs.
Okay.
He stops being a great right fielder, is just DHing, blocks a position for somebody else. All of a sudden, the Yankees are average. And this is next 2 years. Because of that, they fire Aaron Boone, they fire Brian Cashman, or they allow him to retire into executive offices.
Okay, so Cam Schlittler has his opportunity enhanced to win a World Series.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. But for all the people who are so anti-Cash, have you ever thought about what would be next? Or who would be next? And isn't what you know much better than what you don't?
Sometimes. But sometimes the grass is greener.
So the next 2 years, he doesn't do it. In 3 years after that, maybe you're working in a new executive, a new head coach, a new manager, and he hits free agency, and he's like, I'm out of here. And then he never wins.
Or George Lombard Jr. is the greatest shortstop in baseball, and Ben Rice is not an aberration, and the Yankees are just different.
Exactly.
And Aaron Judge is like the 4th best player on a World Series champion that Cam Schlittler dominates as an ace.
Okay. I'm still going to say Mike Piazza.
Okay. All right, so there you go. Big debate.
He's a Hall of Famer.
The big dumb All-Star Week debate number 1. Will Cam Schlittler ultimately be the greatest number 31 in New York baseball history?
And now with that, you got me thinking of another wonderful big dumb debate. Who will be the better Ewing in New York sports, AJ or Patrick?
Come on.
Did I get one for you? Was that one of them?
That's tomorrow's debate, Paulie.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
I'll show you the email I sent myself. Can you let me be? Can you let me be?
Stop coming up with ideas, Paul.
I have ideas.
Turn your mic off.
I sat on a computer watching the Yankee game yesterday, pumping out ideas. Don't burn my ideas. Now people know what's coming. 88. So think about that
Radio
one for a
tease.
moment. 888. That's called a horizontal tease, not a linear one. 888-808-1019. I do teach radio at Iona. Tom on Long Island. Tom, what's up? Tom.
Morash.
Tom, what's up?
Yes, what's up, Tom?
What kind of Yankee you, bro?
Why? Okay.
Winfield, another third.
Yeah, we had Joe the intern bring it up, Tom. They stunk with Winfield. That's fine. Hello. All right. You can't hear me.
Your
right.
line is bad.
Yes, Dave Winfield wore 31. Mike Piazza is a better 31 in New York than Dave Winfield. The debate is, by the end of time, will Cam Schlittler be the greatest number 31 in New York baseball history? If you think that Dave Winfield is already past Piazza, I think you're nuts. The debate inherently is Piazza versus Schlittler. Okay, that doesn't make me an idiot. That's also part of why I called it a dumb debate. Rick in Queens. Rick, what's up?
You did specifically say not only baseball history, but you did say New York history. Gentlemen, thank you for taking my call.
Rick, what's up, man? I did say New York baseball history. Tiki asked me 4 times. And
go ahead. So who do you have, Rick?
Okay, yeah, no, because when I heard history, I didn't hear baseball history.
By the way, I didn't either.
Which made me bring up Billy Smith for the Islanders who won 4 Stanley Cups.
Dynastic
So
goalie.
I was going on the history part.
Absolutely, Rick.
My apologies then.
No,
but you're right. That's actually a tertiary debate you can have.
Yeah, Billy
even though I don't think
Smith.
it's a debate.
Look, the dynastic goalie for the New York Islanders, of course. But again,
You almost have to exclude him.
If I at first said New York sports history, I thought I reiterated it with Tiki. I apologize. It's baseball history. And again, guys, the point of the argument is it's a dumb argument.
Yes.
That is what...
Because there's not a ton of them.
Pay attention.
It basically becomes a 2-person debate.
I'm going to craft these very carefully this week. Craft them in a way that basically tells me my answer is going to be right. Like, the little wiggle room. I couldn't say New York sports history.
But you don't know if Cam is going to be the right answer.
Oh, we know.
He's in his second season,
He's homegrown. He's an ace. Yankee. He might be the greatest Yankee pitcher of all time when all is said and done. Because they're not known for starting pitchers. They're known for Whitey Ford. Like, think about it. Rod Guidry. Like, the Yankees having the dominant starter in Major League Baseball.
I'm trying to think.
They had really good pitchers between, Andy Pettitte and El Duque and Clemens, but they weren't a pitching-oriented team, if that makes sense. Like, where they had that homegrown, ace. Like, the Mets have been known for that forever.
Right.
The Yankees don't grow aces on trees.
Yeah,
that's why
they've all come. Even CCC came.
Yep. Hired guns.
Yep. Roger came from someplace else.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Jay in Hoboken. Jay, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, you guys?
What's up, man?
I got a quick trivia for you and then a Yankee thought.
Go ahead.
What are the only 2 days of the year where there are no Big Four sports being played in America?
Well, tonight.
All-Star Weekend. And I'm going to say, I don't know.
It's got to be tonight and it's got to be Wednesday night, no?
You nailed it. I asked you at an easy time. But it's a fun one to do in the winter.
Because Tuesday's the All-Star game, and then Thursday we get some returns.
Yeah.
Or do we not get returns on Thursday? We do some years, we don't other years, right?
They have it this year.
They have it this year. All right. And what else you got?
It's just over All-Star break. Everyone looking for holidays. It's like, nope, just in the summer.
Jay, that almost felt so obvious that I was thinking like Tiki. I was thinking for is there something else
like
that
a
I'm not
holiday?
thinking of?
Like, is there a Jewish holiday that I don't know about? And,
yes.
No. Yeah, but go ahead.
I have people guessing July 4th, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Juneteenth. I'm like, there are sports played on every holiday.
Yeah, no doubt. That's right. And by the way, I think that's the point, right?
Oh, thanks, Jay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think that is the point, to have this go on. What were you saying?
That the Mets-Phillies are a standalone Thursday game at 7 o'clock.
That's how we return from the All-Star break?
Mets at Phillies.
I'm sorry. Baseball.
That's what we got Thursday night?
Standalone Thursday night, 7 o'clock.
Well, Tiki, at least we got an open on Friday. For
the entire world will be watching.
Jeez. I always said this, too. This is the week. And the World Cup's in session, so it doesn't help most years. To me, the MLS and WNBA should overload their national TV programming this week. And I feel like they never truly do.
Right.
Like, the MLS only plays, twice a week, Tiki?
Yes. No, once.
Once on Fridays or Saturdays?
Fridays or Saturdays. Yeah, they're only once a week.
I think, to me, the MLS, most years when there's not a World Cup, change the days of the week you play. I would put games on every night during this week.
The European soccer, as the season goes on, they end up being multiple times a week.
Yeah.
Like Saturday or Wednesday. They have to slam them all in. But MLS is just once a week.
Marketing-wise, if I was a sport like that's kind of like the underdog compared to the big dog in town, All-Star Week, I would capitalize, no doubt about it. Bruce in Flushing. Bruce, what's up?
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, guys. If I'm listening to the medical reports, and I'm assuming that Judge and Stanton are both question marks for the end of the year, I have a 4-part plan to help the Yankees.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Number 1, I called the Angels. I know this is risky. I know he's injury prone. I know there's a problem with the CBA because we don't know what's going to happen. I make a phone call to Artie Moreno and make a trade for Trout. I don't have to give up too much. I know it's rich, but you need an impact hitter to place Judge. I know nobody can place Judge, but you have Trout in this lineup.
But then you absorb that contract. He's here next year, too.
It's putting all your chips in the middle,
right?
As Jim Foster once said. Number two, I don't want to give up assets for Scrubble because Scrubble is a rental, and he's still don't know Scrubble. I put my assets for Joe Ryan and
Minnesota
catcher
Twins.
Run,
Yeah,
and Jeffries.
Jeffries.
And the trade I would make would be Rodriguez, the pitcher we got from Boston, the farmhand, Warren, Spencer Jones, and if I have to, throw another farmhand to get both Ryan and Jeffries. You improve the catching, and then you have insurance for injuries.
Yeah, get another
Number three, you trade for Luis Aziz because
Arise,
he's typical leader hitter, and you probably won't have to give up much. And then you're going to say, hey, but what do you do with Jazz? You trade Jazz. I know he's got talent. I don't trust him in a big moment. He screws up.
But he's been clutch though, Bruce.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Bruce, thank you.
I hear you. Jazz can be frustrating, but he's also been ridiculously clutch.
Yeah.
In moments that matter.
That trade also is one I would do. I love Joe Ryan. Saw him pitch last Sunday at Yankee Stadium. I'll just say this. For any nostalgic WFAN listener, that was a classic WFAN call.
Yeah.
He called Scrubble a couple times. What do you call Arise Azir or something?
Yeah.
He had that. He had the classic, I'm going to create some kind of trade that will never happen, although we would do it. And then basically ends with, and I want to trade the most clutch player on the That had it all. Thank you. And this Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The Yankees may have another bullpen arm nobody saw coming, lurking. Last year's 11th round pick is named Ben Grable. He has shot up the system from single A to double A as a reliever. And guess what, Tiki? He got to represent the Yankees at the Futures game after Carlos Lagrange and George Lombard were both scratched with injuries. Grable said Grable is averaging 96.1 miles per hour with his four-seamer, and he has about 20.5 to 21 inches of induced vertical break.
Wow.
So I know it's hard to picture on the radio as I describe that, but basically like only three.
Vertical break.
There's only like three.
This is his curveball?
Four-seamer, too. Like his fastball moves, not just a
what?
curve. Dude, I was reading about this today. Apparently he has like these filthy, like it just banks in at the end. Like his four-seamer, and if this is part of why he shut up. I didn't hear this guy until the Futures game.
Can't be a four-seamer.
So, again, don't quote me on this. I could be wrong a little bit. Okay? There's only three pitchers in baseball, relievers, that have that sizable break. None threw it at the velocity that he does. So basically, the Yankees are like grooming some kind of unicorn reliever here, and I beg you to say this. Where the hell is he on the major league team?
I know.
Who cares? He shot up from single A to double A 11th round
How
pick.
old is he?
That I have to look back up. I knew he had Tommy John in 2024. So that's
he's still on the way back then.
That's what made him slip to the 11th round in the draft a year ago. But he was in part of the Futures game. Looks like he's going to be absolutely filthy, and that could be a bullpen arm to keep an eye out for the Yankees. And this Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Induced vertical break. You see what happens when Evan's out? I got to look that stuff up. Tyler in Trumbull, Connecticut. Tyler, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boys? Hey, Tiki, got in my neighborhood growing up. Everybody had a 21 jersey.
Oh, I love it. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, as a plumber, my wife always yells at me, hey, you can't turn it off. When I go on vacation, look at a big hotel room, we always go into the mechanical room and take a look and talk shop. I know Rosie.
That's awesome.
I know Rosie just got back from Disney World. Disney World's water park plumbing situation is porn for people in my industry.
That's awesome. So even when you're away on vacation, you're like, oh, let me look at this.
I love that. Yeah.
Wow, look how they did this. Ooh,
Yes.
that's sexy right there.
I love it. I love that he has to go to the water park
That's
plumbing
awesome.
mechanical room.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so good. Al in White Plains. Al, what's up?
Yeah, hi. On that dumb argument we're having, because what else is there to do All-Star Week?
Let's go, Al. Step right up.
I mean, I'm not going to opinion whether or not Schlittler is going to be the greatest 31 ever, but I'm going to disagree with the intern, what's his name, Tom, when he said if Schlittler wins...
Joe, and you just made his year.
Okay, whatever his name is, I'm sorry. But when he said if the Yankees win a World Series, he's the greatest 31, no, he's got to make the Hall of Fame to pass Piazza. Rings, I get upset with these people who just, how many rings does he have?
But Al, what if he's like CeCe in 2009 and he basically carries them on the mound to a World Series?
Right.
But CeCe's in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, all right, but let's just say Cam
Schlittler. That's a good point, Al. That's a good point.
Just
Al,
winning.
Part of the big dumb debate. What if Cam Schlittler has like a Sandy Koufax, retires extremely early, and then they don't put him in the Hall of Fame?
Okay. Well, but wait a second. What's his name? Ernie Banks. Is Harrelson a better shortstop than Ernie Banks?
Well, that's not part of the big dumb argument.
Got a ring. What?
Yeah. I think Al, I get what you're saying. But I think under the circumstances...
By the way, it wasn't Tom or Joe. That was Rosie.
Which is the best part of this whole call that nobody will care about.
Yes.
Is he was frustrated with the intern, got his name wrong. But it turns out he was frustrated with Paulie Rosenberg, who's worked here over a decade.
Now I'm catching shots. This is ridiculous.
Paulie's the one who should be offended.
I know. They don't even know you, Paulie.
Yeah, no, it's disappointing for no one to know the glue.
You know
that
why
is very
they don't know
disappointing.
you? Because you go by Rosie. You should go by Paulie.
I agree. Paulie.
Hey, Paulie.
Paulie Walnuts.
They be calling you up. Hey, Paulie, get me on the air right now.
I think that's good, Paulie. All right? Look, he's thinking about it.
Now he's like, damn, I don't want to change.
He's like, I don't even want to talk anymore.
I got to change my Instagram. Change my Twitter.
No, I was going to say, there's one person who does that for me.
Studio operations by Paul Rosenberg. Way to go, Paulie.
All right, there you go. Way
That's
to go,
what I was looking
Paulie.
for.
That should be a drop. All right, when we come back, we still continue to have our big dumb debate, and we introduce things to be excited for football season at a bucket number 2. It's All-Star Week on Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank, where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts. Well, now they've launched a Maverick Performance Blazer, and this thing is legit. Sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. They have so many different colors, too. You could get the plain navy, or they have this beautiful gray with blue checkered, awesome-looking jacket. Pack it up, and it comes out looking fresh. You can get smart features as well, like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my friends at collarsandco.com. Use code Tiki for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com, or go check out their new Upper West Side location on Columbus Avenue.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal. Find a store at metalsupermarkets.com. Coming up on Wednesday, England and Argentina in the World Cup semifinals, and I think England will win that game and advance to the World Cup final. The reason? England is just flat out better than Argentina, even if Argentina has the great Lionel Messi. I'm Nick Costos.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done, fast. We've got a huge variety of metals in stock, and we cut to size, fast. Bottom line, we get it done fast, so you get it done fast. Doesn't get easier than that. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or buy online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used a trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax, it only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
If you're a small business owner, choosing the right wireless provider can make a huge difference. Trust me on this. That's why I've always and only partnered with Verizon Business. Their My Biz plan makes it easy to build a wireless plan that fits the exact way you work. Period. Stop. Get the flexibility and reliability your business deserves, including built-in security or international calling. Connect with a Verizon Business rep today at verizon.com/bizfans and get started right away.
Today's match day preview is presented by Fanatic Sportsbook. Download the Fanatic Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. France has looked like the best team in the tournament from the very beginning. They're a perfect 6-0 in the World Soccer Championship and have outscored their opponents 16-2 thus far. 2 players have scored at least 5 goals for France, and they have had the best offense in this entire tournament. Their odds were plus 450 before the tournament began, and now they have dropped to plus 135. Markets are giving them a 66% chance to make it to the final and a 40% chance to win it all. A lot of great teams left in the World Soccer Championship, but France is definitely the team to beat.
This has been your official Odyssey Sports Match Day preview, brought to you by Fanatic Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Listen in ahead of each match day for the latest betting insights from Fanatics all tournament long.
We've all been there. You pop into the shop for 5 minutes and all of a sudden you've forgotten where you parked.
Car.
Unfortunately, that lost feeling is what it's like trying to manage your policy with other insurers.
Here, car. Come out, wherever you are. Please.
With Geico, you can use the app to easily manage all your policies in one place.
Did this parking lot have a waterfall?
I think you've wandered too far, mate.
It feels good to find what you're looking for. It feels good to Geico.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ Sense is a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
The savings are here! The savings are here!
Happy birthday, America!
It's America's 250th birthday.
We're celebrating all month long at Nielsen Dodge
by giving you freedom of choice. Save up to $250 off service. Save up to $250 off accessories.
with leases for $250 or under.
You'll start feeling the vibes the minute you arrive. Fun is in the driver's seat.
Lisa new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4. Just $250 a month. Yes, just $250 a month.
There's always zero down payment. The credit help you need. More savings with your trade-in.
And of course, great deals. For leases $250 or under, hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at nielsendodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Fun is in the driver's seat.
Make this the summer event. With approval, term 24 months, due at sign 6343 at tax tag and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
Hey, Yankees fans! Join us at Yankee Stadium on Friday, August 21st as the Yankees take on the Toronto Blue Jays. And don't miss Cody Bellinger Bobblehead Night, presented by T-Mobile. The first 18,000 guests through the gates will take home an exclusive Cody Bellinger bobblehead. Get here early, grab the giveaway, and cheer on the Bronx Bombers. Tickets are available now at yankees.com/tickets.
The summer is here and it is hot. If you think a new central air conditioning system is out of your budget, you got to think again. Sloman's is here to change the game with their super savings sale. They're offering cutting-edge 18-SEER 2026 refrigerant-compliant R454B systems, expertly installed by their certified technicians, all at the lowest prices of the year. That's right, you get started with zero down, zero payments, and zero interest for 18 months. Plus, they're including a comprehensive 5-year service plan that includes annual system checks, filter replacement, and refrigerant to keep your AC running smoothly all summer long. Servicing all of Long Island and Queens, you can call the team at Sloman's today, 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But you got to hurry, these cool savings aren't going to last. So don't miss out. Call 516-932-7000 or visit ac.slomans.com. That's ac.slomans.com. Terms and conditions do apply.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
If you're still using a sports book to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
The Rico Brogna podcast is proudly sponsored by Takara Fuji Apple Chew High, the sparkling cocktail that blends shochu spirits with delicious flavors of fruits from Japan. Whether it's Citi Field or your favorite spot, raise the apple.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Devin and Tiki with Shaun Morash on the Fan. We're going to do a little World Cup coming up in a half an hour.
Yeah, we just had a break full of World Cup.
We did.
I'm teaching Shaun the intricacies of flopping in soccer.
Well, we're
and
talking
how
about,
it screwed Switzerland.
Exactly. Switzerland got screwed. We're breaking down Argentina in the Final Four here, and I was talking about the Egypt game from last week.
Right.
And my big summation, Tiki, as the World Cup heads to the semifinals, and we will be on site at Fanatics Fest the day of the championship game on Sunday, by the way. Come out, Tiki and I, a special show 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I guess it opens 10 a.m., so come watch Tiki and I there. We'll be there Friday as well. But my big summation as we enter the semifinals is how much more interested I am in watching every team not named America play soccer.
Well, that's because they disappointed us. They frustrated us when what was the number? 40-something thousand? 40 or million? 42 million?
Watch the
knockout round game against who
the hell they lose?
Why am I forgetting their name?
They lost to Belgium.
Yeah, to Belgium.
That's right. Got it.
And they crapped the bed.
They did.
Everybody was watching. Everybody had this massive expectation. Even if you didn't know soccer, Team USA actually has a chance in this World Cup, and they played their worst game since the friendlies where they were really bad as well. So it was just disappointing.
It was disappointing, Tiki. And I had a really unique experience with that game in the World Cup because
the Belgium game.
I had flight delays on Monday. I was flying out to California. We'll talk about more about what I did out there in a second. So I'm in JFK Airport. I pull up to a bar, and I was like the classic lone traveler at a hotel bar. And I'm, all right, game starting. Dude, to watch that many people, and I'm looking, and I'm telling you, there's a terminal. I'm going to LAX. There's a terminal flying to Seattle. There's a terminal flying to Athens, Greece. And you have everybody just crowded around these TVs with the game sound blaring. And I looked around, I'm like, this is kind of cool.
Right.
Because all the big sporting events in my life, I'm either home or I'm at the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
To watch at an airport bar and see how many people, just because it's one of those things you can't plan for your travels there, were locked in, and to see Americans disappoint us, I'm like, people care, dude.
Of course they do. I think when you listen to a lot of the podcast about soccer in America, people present it as if Americans don't care about soccer. There is a growing contingent. Yeah. And a lot of it is because of the Premier League now being in the United States. You give a ton of credit to NBC for doing, I think it was a decade ago, whenever it was, they brought it over. And then CBS, with CBS Sports Network, airing the Champions League games.
Yeah.
So Americans have actually seen good soccer for a decade. And so if you like it, you can see the best of the best play.
Yes.
Every week during the soccer season. And so I think there's more of a soccer community than we give credit because we don't talk about it on sports talk radio. Like it doesn't hit the airwaves. It hits podcasts. There are tons of podcasts.
Men
in Blazers, which I'll be on Sunday, out at Fanatics Fest as well, after Shaun and I do our show. So there's a ton of them everywhere, but we assume that Americans just don't care.
Yeah, and I could tell you very clearly they did. I don't know. I found myself having a little beer and some chips and salsa going, this is cool. Americans tied the game. He had a big pop in the terminal. It was crazy. Now, as far as...
Then they conceded right back 3 seconds later.
We'll get to the football topic in your phones in just a second. As far as why I was at LAX, Tiki, as you know. Look, this week with All-Star Week is almost a reminder to me of what the pandemic was like, where there's no sports really going on and whatever. And I remember when I lived through the pandemic and doing national sports radio, I did a lot of sports movie watching where we would come and break down movies on the air. That was kind of the gimmick me and DA did back then. This is a good week to drop a sports TV show. And Thursday, Netflix is dropping a show called The Hawk. And that is why I went out to L.A. As part of, a little partnership here with Netflix to kind of talk to the cast there. I just got to be honest today. I asked Will Ferrell, and this is in a clip I put on Instagram. He's playing a washed-up golfer that's kind of trying to salvage his career. His son is a big golfer on the tour. He's been so iconic in some of these sports movies. Kicking and Screaming is the soccer coach. Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights. Jackie Moon, the basketball player and owner and semi-pro. What sports character the Hawk is going to be more like? He gives me, it's going to be more like Ricky Bobby. So for those interested and are Talladega Nights fans, if you love the Ricky Bobby character, picture Ricky Bobby 20 years older, and now he's a washed-up golfer.
So this movie...
It's a show.
The show.
10 half-an-hour episodes. It's a comedy.
Oh, okay. So Will Ferrell is playing Lonnie, who's the Hawk.
Lonnie the Hawk.
Luke
Hawkins.
Wilson is in this as well.
Yeah, he is golden. He's almost like the Scotty Scheffler on tour. He's like the big golfer.
Right. Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon is the estranged wife of Will Ferrell, so you can only imagine that. There's like a lot of good Molly Shannon, Will Ferrell nostalgia. I don't want to give too much away. I did have the privilege of seeing the show.
Yeah.
So I will be able to give you a full review on Thursday when we talk about it.
And follow Shaun on socials because he has all of this content. And here's what he was talking about with Will Ferrell.
I guess there's more Ricky Bobby in Lonnie, but I would say that Lonnie's the biggest narcissist I've ever played.
That's the line. He's the biggest So if you are looking for a Will Ferrell character that's the biggest narcissist he's ever played,
he plays those characters well.
Yeah, plays them well. The Hawk comes out Thursday. I had a great time thanks to Netflix with their cast, and I know sort of broke the internet with how many people asking, why the hell is Shaun Morash out in California talking to Will Ferrell and Molly Shannon?
Hey, don't ask. I'm here.
That's right, baby.
Just accept it.
Haters, where you at?
Did you get into Artemi Panarin with him?
No, we did not. He's very into the soccer team out there, though. He owns the soccer team. He had a lot to say about that.
Does he really?
Okay.
Yeah, he owns LAFC. Yeah, he was very passionate about it.
Interesting.
And I know he's had season tickets for the LA Kings for like 30 years.
Yeah,
he sits on.
I mean, if you're an actor in Hollywood and you start making some money, you got to spend it on something.
Yeah,
it's usually sports.
They love it, and they love the LeBron, Bronny stuff out there too. But yeah, check it out. Thursday, July 16th, it drops. So if you're one of Thursday and Mets Phillies is not in your repertoire, I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. If you love classic Will Ferrell, you're gonna love that show. Good time out there. All right, let's get back to your calls and we'll get to the big football debates. Alan in New Brunswick. Alan, what's up?
What's up, Alan?
Yeah, hi, Tiki, you're the best, man.
Thank you.
I watch you all the time on the Giants. I've been a Giants fan since '61.
Oh, I love
that.
that.
Tells you how old
school.
How old I am, right?
Yeah, right.
I got Yankee trivia for you if you're ready.
All right.
Let's hear it.
All right, who's the only Yankee manager in history never to win a home game?
Never to win a home game?
So it's going to be somebody that was fired right away after a road series. Alan, I don't know. Give it to us.
Bob Lemon.
All right, there you go. My dad and his friends would love that trivia question. Bob Lemon. It's a weird. Joe was just chiming in. Thanks, Rosie.
What are the circumstances of him? Did he only manage
Bob Lemon? This is before my time. I knew.
I mean, Bob Lemon. He was born in the 20s.
Yeah. So you think it was before my time?
Yeah, definitely.
Bob Lemon, I'll get it. Bob Lemon is Yankee manager. He was fired very quickly. Remember, they used to turn over managers quickly. So to never win a home game wouldn't shock me. Now, I mean, you could never win a playoff game and have your job for a decade if you're the Yankee manager.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that works.
I heard this once. He signed the same contract as the Pope.
Exactly. All right, look, here's the deal. What are we, 2 weeks away from training camp, Tiki?
We are 2 weeks away. Well, some teams are going next week, I think, because the Hall of Fame game, right?
Yeah, the Hall of Fame game, I think, is a weird one this year. I think it's like 2 expansion franchises of recent memory. Like, maybe because of J.J. Watt. Is J.J. Watt getting in this year? Who's getting in? I don't even know who's getting in the Hall of Fame this year.
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Luke Kuechly.
Oh,
Kuechly.
Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot. Luke Kuechly.
So Carolina is definitely one of the teams.
Yes.
And then there's another. Oh, you know what? Is it Arizona because of Larry Fitzgerald?
Probably.
Correct.
All right, Carolina, Arizona. So you have those teams going back. But the Giants are in camp, I want to say, The 27th?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So that would be
and
2
they'll
weeks
be down
from
in the Greenbrier
in West Virginia.
In West Virginia, where they have a handful of open camp days. I think maybe 2, like 10, 8 or so.
I thought it was 6, but okay.
It might be 6. I think you're right. Might be right. And then they come back at the end. I don't think any of those are open.
May not be. Yeah, so they're getting their public. I kind of like it. It's old school. Tiki, when you guys used to practice, I liked going up to Albany.
Right. It's away.
Yeah, and it's away for you guys, away from everything. And then for like a fan perspective, you're a real diehard.
You'll go.
Yeah. Like it's let's just be honest. For anybody that's been in the training camp in the last decade for the Giants or even the Jets with a beautiful facility at Florham Park.
Right.
It's a little lazy. Right? Like you're in the area, you're off on a summer day.
2 years ago when we did our show from Florham Park, that was the easiest work day I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, you're down the block.
It was literally 7 minutes away.
Yeah, back in my day, and when you were a player, you had to work to watch a training.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You had to make a trek. You had to, is there a Carrabba's nearby? You know what I mean? It was one of those. Like, you had to go out of there. So the diehard fans that are going to West Virginia, you're probably going to love it. I think it's awesome. And I think it's good for the Giants to kind of go back to their old school roots of, even though it's not Albany, just the idea of being away. Tiki, you could probably speak to that, like kind of team bonding.
Well, it's not even that. It's just... Yes, it was team bonding, but there was no, you didn't feel like you were at the New York Giants facility. Like, it's just something about being at a facility that makes it feel like work. And then when you go away, when you're at training camp, it's like, this is camp.
Yeah.
Think about a kid. Like, it almost took me back to when so me and Rondé went down to North Carolina to the UNC's like day football or whatever, overnight football camp. And we were there for 3 nights. It was just kind of cool. It was like camp. You know what I mean? It was our version
nostalgia look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
When like most kids go away to camp during the summer, like me and Ronnie would go to football camp.
That's cool. Yeah.
And so the fact that the Giants went away, my first year was, I think, their first year up there. No, it was their second year up there. But Fossil took us up there in 97. It was like, man, I feel like I'm in camp. I'm hanging out with the boys. Like, there's nothing going on at the University of Albany because no students were there.
Yeah.
And so you just have the townies. It's like the people who lived in town.
Yeah.
And
it's about
every college town has the townies.
The townies.
Right?
Yep.
And so they were just chill.
That's cool.
And I made some friends up there that 30 years ago, I'm still friends with some of these people that I met in Albany, New York in 1997.
That's great.
And I promise you that doesn't happen at Quest Diagnostic.
No way.
There's connectivity with fans because they're like sitting there screaming, but you're not like walking around the parking lot or going out to the local mall or whatever the restaurant would be, and you see people and like, oh, hey, Tiki, how you doing? Right. So I was at camp yesterday. I'll see you tomorrow. Like it doesn't. You don't get that.
Like everybody there and in Albany at that time was basically there for Giants camp or was a local.
100%.
Right.
And if you weren't local, you were there for like 2 days.
Right.
But the locals would be there for 20 days.
20 days.
Right. Their kids are not in school. And they're bringing them their little kids. Right. I've seen some of these kids like were 8, 9 years old. Now they're like 38 and have kids.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's just a different world.
It's a different world, man.
Now the locals are us. You're coming back and forth from Manhattan every day.
Right.
Okay, yeah. I see Darius Alexander at the Candlewick Diner.
It's not the same.
It's different.
There was an ease with which you could learn and grow and become connected as a team when you were away at camp like that. And for us, it was 30 days. I mean, we were a month.
Yeah.
It wasn't like 2.5 weeks. It was a month that you were away. And I don't know, there was some bonding that happened there that doesn't really happen, I think, with the way camps are done now. And look, I get it. The Giants and the Jets, they spent millions of dollars building these unbelievable facilities. The last thing you want is to leave it idle for a month.
Yeah.
So, like, you have a branded, Quest is branded on the side of it. Like, you gotta earn the sponsorship. Like, I get it, but I miss what it used to be. Even though I'm not playing, but the idea of it, I miss the idea of what training camp used to be.
This is the beauty of radio, because I have one thing circled for the reasons to be football excited. I'm going to push that to tomorrow because I think you hit on something. Reason number 1 on the week that we should be excited for football season beginning. I think Tiki just alluded to it. The Giants immediately have a different feel to them by simply going away to West Virginia for training camp. But you just described all those things.
It's true.
Everything There's a certain element that I didn't realize when I got wind. I was away with my family when I got the news about West Virginia back in March. And there's a certain element to this that I remembered going to Albany, and I thought to myself...
7.5 hour drive, by the way.
7.5 hour drive. That even with John Harbaugh in the building, wouldn't this have felt like the same couple last years of training camp? Like, here we go, blow the whistle, the stands are filled. There is something truly different about this being John Harbaugh's first year, and they're going away.
Yeah.
And that excites me. It excites me because you know right from the jump, even if in the end nothing's different, you're at least starting from a different point of view.
Right, and you're also not having nonsense. You're not having guys being like, all right, I got an off day. I'm gonna go hang out and, have some drinks in the city.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to go be a part of whatever social event is happening in New York City, because I'm a social media star now. I need to be here. Like, I remember when I was at Albany, like, you'd be like, all right, let's go get a beer. You have to go to the local bar.
Right, the dive bar
like
of Albany,
the dive bar that was around
the college bar, right, exactly.
100%. And in West Virginia, that's what it'll be, because they won't have any idea. There's nothing around.
They're not going to Tao.
There's nothing around the Greenbrier in West Virginia.
No.
So
maybe they'll milk some cows or something. Assuming that's what you do in West Virginia. No? Isn't West Virginia a lot of farmland?
It's mountainous.
It's mountainous.
Yeah. It's
why? The West Virginia Mountaineers.
That's true. And the Appalachian Mountains.
It's the Appalachian Trail, but I think it's the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Do you mean to tell me there's no... Yeah, the Blue Ridge Mountains are beautiful, by the way. You mean to tell me there's no like farmland in West Virginia?
I mean, I'm sure there is.
There's some sort of farmland, but they're not known for that.
I thought that's what they were known for.
No, I
figured there were farms and mountains. You see the sheep on mountains all the time. You can have a farm on a mountain?
I'm
way
technically the Allegheny Mountain.
Oh, okay. Blue Ridge Mountains I stayed at. Where unique part of America in the Blue Ridge Mountains? Are you aware?
What is that?
I went here. It is where 3 states become one.
What?
Tennessee, North Carolina, and Georgia all connect in the Blue Ridge Mountains on somebody's private property.
That's in Knoxville?
No, it's north of Knoxville. I ended up staying somewhere in Georgia in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I drove over to this area to see this. It's literally somebody owns a house where their backyard has 3 different states in it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Tennessee,
Georgia, and North Carolina. Like North Carolina has that little like jet out part towards the top. You look where all 3 of those states meet. It's somebody's house and backyard. It's crazy.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I went. It's crazy.
I think I've been there actually.
Have you? It's beautiful. We had like a house. Now, not one of those places that gets dark. You ain't leaving. You better have a game room in that basement. Of course, it is like deliverance out there.
Yeah, that's a town. There's a town called Blue Ridge.
Blue Ridge, yeah. Yes, I stayed in Blue Ridge, the town.
Yeah, and just about, I'm looking at it now, about 15 minutes north of that.
Yes.
Is the border.
The border. It's crazy. And somebody owns a house where I don't know how that works with taxes, but you could set up chairs and people could be in 3 different states at a backyard party at once. How mail exact? Well, the front door I think is Tennessee, I think. But either way, so you learn something new. Have a training camp there.
Just for reference, I think you said Georgia was one of the states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're wrong.
No, it's not. He's right.
All
Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina.
North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia. Unless that's a separate part.
No.
A separate tri-point.
No. It's confusing because North Carolina and its southwesternmost part juts way into Tennessee and connects at Georgia.
Yeah. I know because I flew into Atlanta and I drove up and then I went to Nashville after. I had a wedding in the Blue Ridge Mountains. That's what led me there. Very wild times. I've traveled more than you think, Tiki. You see? I just haven't been to Greece.
Yeah, you just never leave the country.
No. I did. I saw 11 of them last week, if you remember, 2 weeks ago in Epcot. Steve in Avon by the Sea. Steve, what's up?
Hey, Shaun, Tiki.
What's up, Steve?
First time, long time. Huge fan of yours, Tiki. Huge Giants fan.
Thank you, buddy.
I got a little choked up hearing about the training camp talk because I remember going up to Albany in 2006. I believe it was before your last season, Tiki, with my mom and my best friend, and she took us up there for I think 2 nights, and it was an amazing experience. I loved it so much.
Yeah, because you have so much access. You have great access to the players.
Yeah,
like you could just stand there.
Yeah, and they would come up to you.
Hey, kid, come on. I remember I took like a couple of kids. I'd take them to lunch, like at the dining facility they set up. Like, hey, you want to go to lunch? Yeah, sure.
I went the last time.
That's how I got close with all the reporters.
Just
I would
from just hanging with them?
sitting there in lunch. Everybody else would go back. They'd eat real quick and go take naps. I'm like, dude, I'm not sleeping for 2 hours.
Just to go back for a two-a-day?
Just to get back up and come back out here for a two-a-day. So I'd stay at lunch for an hour and a half.
And that was the other thing about going away at camp. That was back in the day of the two-a-day, so it was worth it to go up there for a day or two. You would see 4 practices as a fan or something like that. Now you're driving to Quest Diagnostics, you're getting an hour and a half of whistle blowing, and then you're back on the Jersey Turnpike.
Right. No,
it's
no
completely
contact.
different.
Maybe a little bit of contact, but not really.
It's probably, and I bet you the diehard fans that are going to West Virginia, when else are you going to West Virginia?
Right.
That's probably something else too, right? You make a trip like that, check off a state. Kevin in Levittown. Kevin, what's up?
What's up, guys? Pleasure to talk to you. Tiki, I grew up a Jet fan, so I'm kind of just numb to football, but my wife loved you on Housewives of Jersey.
Oh, I love that. I was just there for the drinks.
Oh, yeah, and it was so odd that there was a Joe Benigno on that show as well. So I love crossovers. That was an odd one.
That's crazy.
Oh, man. So, that was weird. It was weird. I just remember walking in and being like, hey, Tiki Barber on the TV right now? I was so confused. I was so confused.
You never know, Kevin, where I'm going to pop up.
Never know. I think you were riding a bull or something, showing everybody how it was done. It was impressive.
Right.
Anyhow, guys, I'm calling because I think I got the right audience. I called Joe and Evan years ago about this idea. And since we're talking about soccer and the Champions League and all that, I thought I'd bounce this off you, Tiki.
Go ahead.
So you know how baseball is going to be having eventually, when they have some expansion, there's going to be a radical realignment, they refer to it as. And this is probably just completely pie in the sky because of just, and you would know more than I would, but of how American sports is structured financially, the backings of it and all that. But I always was fascinated by the Champions League. And I found it to be interesting, and the idea that was bouncing around my head, Joe and Evan had no idea what the hell I was talking about. It took completely the wrong way.
Right, because they know nothing about soccer.
They know nothing, so they were like, I don't know what you're talking about, and like, they
you gotta call somebody else,
wrong.
bro. I don't know what you mean. But go ahead. What's the idea?
So if in the future, you know how they've talked about aligning the league in a way that is very
regional.
I guess regional.
Yes.
Right. And I always found, I think this idea comes from the fact that I really miss the special nature that interleague play kind of ruined when the American and National League, started playing each other too much.
Right.
If they had this new radical realignment, if they kind of structured it in a way that in some way loosely resembled the Champions League, where the Northeast, whatever it would be, right, the Phillies, the Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, whatever, and then you do that across the country, they had these, I guess, micro seasons. And then towards the end of whoever the top 2 teams, after their 60-game season or whatever, 80 games, whatever, pick a number, they move on to another league, another Champions League for baseball.
Right.
And it would kind of increase the specialness, in my mind, of getting teams that normally would not play each other. They just beat the hell out of each other for, X amount of games. And,
Kevin,
and then they go and play each other again.
I get what you're saying. It's such an interesting idea, but it's way too radical for the purity of baseball.
I was just convoluted too.
It's not actually. To me, it makes sense because he's right. If you make it, it would take massive expansion though.
Okay,
you'd have to have 60 teams.
And you don't have enough great players in the world.
There's not nearly enough great players in the world. But if you did do this, and again, this is pie in the sky, never going to happen. So if you don't care, don't listen. But you'd have to have 60 teams, and there'd be a top tier, and then there'd be a lower tier.
Okay.
And this is what he's alluding to with European soccer. Like if you suck, and you're in the bottom 2 or 3 of whatever your league is, so Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Ligue 1, whatever, then you get relegated. So you go down to the lower tier, and the finances are different, right? But so you have to be good to stay in the top tier. But then once you win your little league, in this case your little region, you then go on to another championship that's more prestigious.
Right.
And so in soccer, you win the Premier League, or your top 3 in the Premier League. This year it's top 5, but that's weird rules.
Yeah.
You go on to the Champions League.
Okay.
But if you win the Premier League, you just win the Premier League. There's no playoffs. There's no nothing. But the playoffs are like kind of the Champions League. You know what I mean?
Here's where American fans...
And it happens the next year. That's the problem.
And you have to wait. This is where American fans would struggle with this. Two things. Number one, we don't like to wait, right?
American fans would never go for it.
No. Once we're in a playoff, we're in rhythm. Number two, we're already struggling with this NBA in-season champ. Like, does it mean anything? Did the Knicks end up making it mean more because they won and won the other thing? The last thing you want is to tell American fans that, just listen, this is what we're used to.
Right.
Some title means less than the other. You know what I mean? Like, if we grew up with the...
But what title would mean less if you did this?
Well, I'm just saying, if he did this in baseball, is the World Series not the World Series anymore?
No.
You play within your
the
leagues?
Champions League, only the top two get a chance to compete in a tournament for the World Series.
Okay, so the World Series would still be the World Series. We're just taking a different path of victories.
There's a different path to get there.
Where you'd have little championships along the way.
Not even little championships. If you win the Northeast region, then congratulations. You win the Northeast region. It just puts you in the MLB championship.
Kind of like the Little League World Series, actually.
Yes.
You play your way out of regions.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, it's too radical.
We actually do this in Little League.
We do it in Little League.
But it's confusing.
Yeah. You'd have to really dumb it down. Here's the truth, and we don't want to admit this. We're smart, but we're real stupid as Americans. We can't grasp radical change. We know what we know. It's been passed on for generations. We like what we like. And we're not going to change because we're stubborn. It's going to take extreme radical change.
Okay.
There's not enough people.
There's something that we all know exists called Google Maps.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at this point that you're talking about.
Yeah, give it to me.
The connection between North Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia.
That's right.
It is a tree.
There's a tree there?
It's a tree.
I know it's in somebody's yard.
I'm looking at the point of a tree.
Okay. So
and there is a house. Were you on the Georgia side?
I think it was the Georgia side. Like
or you were in the North Carolina side. It's 100 yards apart.
Yeah, I drove past the front yard.
There's a house in North Carolina that's 100 yards away from a house in Georgia. And
so they both share the
there is no house near it in
Tennessee.
Yeah, there is, but it's a little bit farther.
But it's like the yard is where the point is. You can't actually get there on the Google Maps. You got to drive past the front of one of those houses.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
It's in the middle. Yeah, it's crazy. It's totally wild. Because they have that
It's off Wolf Creek Road.
See, look at that. Tiki didn't even know this existed. I taught him something about down south.
Mm-hmm.
There goes Tiki. I mean, you grew up closer to there than I did.
I know, but I got interested in this.
Yeah,
I needed to
fascinating.
see it myself. I can zoom in to a tree.
Would you ever want to own the house that has that as their backyard?
I mean, it kind of looks like the boonies.
Yeah, it is. As I told you don't want to go out when it gets dark. It's very scary there.
I mean, I'll say I'm black.
Yeah, true. But I'm soft, white, and pudgy. I wouldn't survive there either, Teak. All right. When we get back, we will do our World Cup spot as we kind of preview the semifinals. Plus, Paulie Rosenberg, who's not an intern, he calls himself the Glue, has a Cinco de Lunch show.
Paulie.
All right, Paulie will bring the heat there. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on The Fan.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, go check out my friends over at Collars & Co. You know them because they landed a deal with Mark Cuban on Shark Tank. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts. Well, now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer, and this thing is legit. Sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my guys over at collarsandco.com. Tell them Tiki sent you. Use code Tiki. Will get you 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by the Martin Tuckman School of Management at NJIT.
Training camp is right around the corner, and nobody gets you ready for football season like WFAN.
It's a good variety of coverage.
From luster moves to quarterback questions to the biggest stories in the NFL, our experts have you covered. Get ready for Kickoff 2026 on WFAN.
The World Cup is here. NJIT's Martin Tuckman School of Management has bridged business and tech to build the ultimate digital fan hub. See how loud your city is and track fan data in real time. Be part of the game. Visit njit-worldcup.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore with FanDuel's Super Sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York, and with FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. It has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
What an atmosphere tonight. The stands are packed. Down here, two fans side by side, both holding a Heineken. Promising start. The chant begins. Listen to that. Perfect sync. Corner coming in. They lean forward together and goal! Arms up. They cheers. Wait, that's a hug! That's a hug! Let's check the replay. Yes, two strangers at kickoff, friends by full time.
Fans have more friends. Find yours in the stands. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
It's the summer's biggest party, highlighted by Monmouth Park's biggest race. Dress to impress for Haskell Day, Saturday, July 18th. General admission to the Jersey Shore's biggest event is just $15. Arrive early to receive your free Haskell hat. And make plans to come back Saturday, August 15th to meet me, Al Dukes. Continue the Shore's great tradition at the summertime place to be, Haskell Day, July 18th at Monmouth Park Racetrack. For more information, go to monmouthpark.com.
Optimal Fibers in the house. Y'all know the number. 877-393-4448. Optimum Fiber, so fresh, so fine. Got another provider leaving behind. Come on, everybody, let's get online. $30 a month, gonna blow your mind. 5 whole years, don't hesitate. Lock it in now before it's too late. 877-393-4448. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Sideswiped at Atlantic Ave in Flatbush? Shulman and Hill injury lawyers swipe back to protect the injured. No one fights harder for New York. Every borough, every block. Shulman and Hill. We are New York. Get a free case review. Search Shulman and Hill injury lawyers.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Your New York Yankees are chasing another championship. Talk Yankees baseball with the Fan at 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The World Cup semifinals are set. Mbappe and France are going to play Spain on Tuesday. England will play Messi and Argentina on Wednesday. And we do have the potential for an Mbappe-Messi final on the line that would be played Sunday at the artist formerly known as MetLife Stadium, whatever they're calling it now, New York, New Jersey Stadium for this tournament. And now we talk a little World Cup with our insider over the past couple weeks. And today's insider call is presented by Fanatics Sportsbook. Download the Fanatics Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. Earn up to 10% fan cash on your bets. Win or lose with Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. WFAN's own Alex Azarm joins us. Alex, happy World Cup semifinal week to you, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on again.
Pleasure. Are you surprised by the results? Argentina hasn't looked good, but they get through because of a controversial red card. And obviously Spain in France, which is, I think, the matchup everybody thought was going to happen in the semifinal. Are you surprised where it is right now? Obviously England playing Argentina as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're all before the tournament started, these were all the top 4 ranked teams on FIFA rankings. So if you wanted to see the best of the best, then we got it. So the Argentina match was so, like, I honestly don't understand how people think that was a bad call. Like, Shaun, so like if you in soccer, when you flop, they call it diving.
Yes.
So when he did that, it is a clear yellow card.
Yeah.
So when they,
by the way, we're talking about Brill and Bolo, who had a yellow card prior in the match and then flopped / dove got a yellow card on the defending player, but then ultimately he got a yellow card.
Yeah, and basically he was already on a yellow card. And when you overturn that, people are saying, like, because right now a lot of people don't want Argentina to win. And they just thought that, oh, it's rigged and they're just handing it to them. But people don't realize that in USA's opening match against Paraguay, the same thing actually happened in favor of the U.S. I think Tim Ream.
Yep, Tim Ream.
I think he was trying to tackle one of the Paraguay players. The Paraguay player dived. Tim Ream got the yellow card, but then they overturned it. And I was actually like clapping the decision. Like I was so happy because I want as much diving as possible to go away from this, go away from the sport. So this was absolutely the right decision. So I'm not surprised at the matchups, but yeah, I agree. Argentina haven't played very well throughout the tournament, and they haven't really come up against a really tough opponent. Switzerland was their toughest opponent so far. So England is going to be a very even matchup in my opinion.
Yeah, Tiki and I were just actually talking about this off air because I feel like social media driven wise, a lot of people have been down on this year's version of England, and Tiki's brought up obviously the way things have unfolded lately for Argentina. So as we get to that matchup on Wednesday, who do you think is more flawed right now, England or Argentina?
I would say Argentina, just on the fact that England's manager is Thomas Tuchel. He's actually the only manager standing that isn't from the home country. He's German, but he has coached many top teams. He's won the biggest tournaments in club level, and he's set up defensively so well, where I remember when they played Mexico in the round of 16, when England got the red card and they had to spend basically a good 30 minutes a man down. I mean, Mexico couldn't even sniff the goal. Right. And he brings on the right reinforcements to try and see the game out. So if I was Argentina, I would try and they need to get a quick goal. They need to get an early goal to have any type of chance. Because if England go ahead first, I already know that Tuchel is going to try and bring in tall defenders. They have a guy named Dan Burn who's 6'7", and he's just absolutely massive. And I don't know if you know the Argentine team, they're pretty small, so they're not going to be able to cross the ball in and try and win headers. So they're going to have to try and rely on how Julian Alvarez scored that insane goal against Switzerland, and that's not going to happen all the time. So I actually think it's a tough one. I would still give the edge to Argentina just based off of their experience, but I wouldn't be surprised that if England go ahead early, it could be a 1-0 to England.
Let's talk about the France-Spain game real quickly, Alex, because we all know France likely is the favorite. Their attacking players are unbelievable, led by Kylian Mbappe and Elise and Doué and Dembele. So it feels like they have the edge. But Mikel Merino, who is the Spanish savior over these last couple of games, has been phenomenal. Lamine Yamal, who is still only 19. I think he turned 19 yesterday or 2 days ago. He's one of the best players in the game right now, despite his young age. It feels like France is on their way, but maybe not.
Yeah, I honestly do hope for a rematch of last World Cup's final. I think this is going to be the best attack, which is France, and the best defense, which is Spain. And Spain have only given up one goal. That was against Belgium last game. But yeah, like you mentioned, they have Mikel Merino. He's Mr. Clutch for them. Comes on and basically scores whenever he wants. But I think the most underrated thing about France is that they have been phenomenal defensively too. I'm pretty sure that in the center back partnership of Saliba and Upamecano, they've started 5 games and they've kept 4 clean sheets. They've only given up a goal in one of their games, and I believe it was against Senegal, and it was so late in the game that it was basically a consolation goal. So their defense is just as good, in my opinion, as Spain's. Whereas the attack, like you mentioned, Lamine Yamal, he's been good, but he hasn't been Mbappe good. He hasn't been Dembele good.
Right. He hasn't been
good.
impactful. Right.
He hasn't been the guy that, if the casual fan were to watch, hasn't sort of been advertised as. He only has one goal. So I would give the edge to France. I think the midfield battle is really interesting to look at. Tchouameni has missed the last 2 games, who's probably their best midfielder. Will he play? But Kone and Rabiot have been pretty good. And then who's going to start in midfield for Spain? They controversially benched Pedri, who's one of the best midfielders in the world last game. Will he start? Will Ruiz start? Will Marino start? Maybe he's earned his way into the start lineup. So that's going to be a chess match, because the last 2 times France and Spain have played, Spain have actually won. But the difference is Yamal isn't right now at 100% fitness level, because he had a hamstring injury prior to the World Cup.
Right.
And their main left winger, Nico Williams, hasn't started either, and he's been nursing an injury. So I think in terms of momentum, I think France has that. So I think this can be a potential high-scoring game. I'll probably give it a 3-1 to France.
Nice.
Amazing. Alex Azarm has been a sponge for soccer here at WFAN well before the World Cup started, and he has been excellent with us the last couple of weeks. Alex, thanks so much. Enjoy the semifinals and into the finals, man.
Appreciate you, Alex.
Thanks, guys. See you guys soon.
And today's Insider Call was presented by Fanatic Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. You taking France? You taking the field? To win?
I had France from the very beginning. Me and my wife love Paris. We go every year, and so the team that outside of the United States, of course, that I wanted to get farthest and ultimately win would be France. And a lot of it's just because of they're fun. They're exciting.
It's a different brand of soccer.
Exactly. They're attacking players who everybody knows Kylian Mbappe they've been fantastic.
Yeah.
And they're all aggressive, and they can score at any moment. And so one of the complaints about soccer in the United States is nobody scores. It's boring.
That's why I
they
like
just
watching.
dribble around in triangles, and nobody ever takes shot. France is going to take shots.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're selfishly trying to outdo one another. Those 4 attacking guys, I mentioned Mbappe, but Doué and Lise and Dembele, they all want to take shots.
No, it reminds me of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson in their prime with the Warriors taking 3.
100%.
That's the kind of excitement I get.
That's when you watch France.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I'm all team France. I'd love to see them play England. Argentina, Alex hit on this. Argentina feels disjointed to me, and almost, I don't want to say it because it makes me feel like I'm overanalyzing them. They feel selfish.
Okay.
They had their game winner, or what ultimately became the game winner. They got another one too, so they won 3-1 against Switzerland. But Alvarez, it's just massive. It was beautiful goal. Everybody celebrate except for Messi. Messi's over there hey, what about me?
Like he hasn't had enough.
I know. It's like, dude, you're gonna win the Golden Boot, right? Chill out, dude. Let somebody else take some shots. So they've gotten by barely this entire tournament. So I'd like to see France, England. That would be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm Team Mbappe. Go France. He's made soccer fun for me.
Right.
All right. Without further ado, it's a Cinco time.
El Pegamento.
Paulie Rosenberg.
The great glue, Paul Rosenberg.
In the booth, somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
I don't know what the hell that was. I've been gone a week. They've changed the open. Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. All right, Paulie, what do we got?
Okay, so today is obviously the Home Run Derby, and it got me to thinking about different skills competitions during All-Star weekends for different sports.
All right.
So here are my top 5 skills competitions during All-Star weekends.
Here we go!
Number 5.
Number 5 is the dunk contest for the NBA. Now, you'd say, it's the last one. But for me, it gets knocked down because no one of consequence actually participates.
Yeah, it's gotten boring. There's no stars anymore.
Yeah, and again, when you do it, all the judges give it a 10 anyway. So it doesn't hold a lot of water for me.
It's just Shaq yelling, whoa!
Right, and sure, you jump over a car is fun, but for me, it doesn't showcase a ton of skill, right?
I agree.
So that's 5.
Number 4.
The hardest shot competition in the NHL.
Always cool. Back in the day, Marty McSorley used to
Absolutely. You get guys shooting pucks 100 plus miles an hour with a piece of wood. And again, skill. That is an actual skill that you can do. So that's number 4.
Number 3.
The 3-point competition for the NBA.
Yep.
Classic, right there. Always fun watching that. The colored money ball.
The money ball, yep.
Or at this point, it's the Sprite or the Starry ball, that the green thing at the top of the key.
They ain't paying us.
Always good.
Right.
Easy.
Number 2.
Number 2 is the fastest skater competition in the NHL.
That takes a lot of skill. That is cool.
Yes, and you're watching these guys sprint around the ice. It takes 15 seconds. The whole competition takes 20 minutes, and then it's over. They don't drag it out. It is what it is. Fastest skater. You go around.
That actually is kind of cool.
I feel like speed skating in the Olympics.
That's
now
exactly what it
NHL
feels like.
doing.
And
Yeah,
speed skating is one of my favorite Olympic sports. Winter Olympic sports.
Right, and people don't understand how tough they are. Hockey players just are on 2 pieces of metal. That's what they're skating on every
that's a big
single
theme for you.
night.
Piece of metal, piece of wood.
Yes.
You're real Rob Manfred back there. All right.
Number 1.
Number 1 is the home run derby.
Wow.
It is the home run derby because it's still, even though the format, it changes every year. I think it changed again this year.
I'm going to get into that at the top of the hour.
Okay. So it changes every year, but it's still, for me, fun to see these balls go, 450, 500 feet. Obviously, the Josh Hamilton, what he did at Yankee Stadium. So there are awesome moments for the home run derby that I can look back on. So for me, home run derby still is the number 1 all-star skills competition.
Interesting. I like the shot accuracy in hockey. That would be my number 1. I wish NASCAR had one of those.
I just feel like shot accuracy. Just watching a regular season, not even a playoff game, just watching a regular season hockey game. These dudes are dotting pucks. And
they
spots
are.
That
but actually
so
watching
without
them,
any, and this is with people breathing down their neck and
you're
cross checking and hacking them with their. So to do that without any encumberment, I mean, isn't that easy?
It is, but it's an illusion trick. It's because there's 5 targets up or 4 targets up. Watching them actually shatter like plates.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
it's an eye trick.
Right.
It's like
it just looks cool because it's like it just.
Yeah, I noticed tug of war from the NFL did not make it, nor did dodgeball. So we're going to have to go back to the drawing board if you're the NFL. All right, let's squeeze in a couple more calls before the top of the hour here. Eric and Merrick. Eric, what's up?
Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
We're good. What's up, man?
All right, first off, West Virginia has some of the best whitewater rafting you could do.
Is that
the
right?
Valley River?
I could pick that.
Because the water comes out of the mountains, right?
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was a great trip.
You
You know what? That became my ringtone on my phone because of down there. I swear to God.
I love it.
Now everybody's going to know it's me calling. That's why I always said Eric from America. Anyway,
right.
Going back to the baseball with the Champions League and Premier League with the relegation, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
We already have 6 or 7 states that have more than one team, right? And we have California with, 4 or 5?
Right.
So we could, Tiki, you were wrong. I hate when you're wrong, Tiki. It breaks my heart. But you could expand baseball so easily.
Really?
All the college kids now are getting paid to play, right? In basketball, if I'm not mistaken.
Think of it.
Wait.
But think about the quality, Eric.
I know.
We're not hanging up on you,
Okay,
but
now,
will the
wait,
quality be good?
Look at Sunderland. Everybody was laughing when Sunderland came in.
That's true.
Right? And West Ham got knocked all the way down. What?
Tottenham almost got relegated.
Yeah,
Right.
but for every one of those stories, you're just going to have a lot of bad games. Eric, I appreciate it, but think about in this town. The Mets have a high payroll. They suck.
Right.
The Yankees have the lowest bullpen ERA, and it feels like their bullpen sucks.
Right.
Now expand baseball by 10 more teams. You tell me where the talent's coming from.
Here's why it's somewhat interesting, because I mentioned this to Eric just briefly just a second ago. Tottenham Hotspur has spent a ton of money. They built a new stadium. It's where the NFL plays. They spent a ton of money, and they're supposed to be good. They almost got relegated this year. They missed it by a couple of points.
Crazy.
And so imagine if the Mets, after a 350 pre-tax payroll, maybe 370 pre-tax payroll, are on the verge of getting relegated.
Big story.
So not only in this town we would be interested in the top, because we'd be talking about the Yankees. The Yankees got a chance to do XYZ. But are the Mets going to do enough to not get pushed down to the other league? And so, and if you do, the revenue changes. It's just a different financial model. You might have to sell your player. You have to sell Juan Soto. You have to sell Francisco Lindor because you can't afford him anymore. There's just a dynamic in the business side of it that is much more interesting in soccer than it is in like baseball or football or anything like that. But I don't know. It just it makes watching a bad team interesting. And the Mets are a bad team.
They are, but I think this is the thing that nobody's realizing. In soccer, particularly in the United Kingdom, that's it. Like, that is your sport. It lasts a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We pivot. We got basketball here and hockey here and football season here. We're pigs in America with our the fact that we have 4 major sports. A lot of countries don't have 4 major sports, right? Tiki, I don't trust the American sports fan not to just quit on a team once it gets relegated. Like in soccer, I am sure that the diehard passionate fans of those teams that get relegated, there's still a large number of them that like want the comeback story.
Right.
The moment the Mets get relegated here, if we are playing in that kind of model, the Evan Roberts of the world are going to be few and far between. You're just going to move on, whatever, the Knicks won a championship. Right. Like, you're not going to go to Citi Field to watch relegated Met teams play the Staten Island Ferry Hawks.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Right. Technically, it's just England, by the way.
Not the United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom. Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland have their own leagues.
I got in trouble for calling England and Epcot England because it's United Kingdom, so now I don't know what to call it.
What do you mean?
In Epcot, it's the United Kingdom. It's not England. And I kept calling it England. So people got mad at me saying it's the United Kingdom. So now, every time I think of England...
So is it represented by Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland as well?
I guess.
Or is it just English, the England things that you see?
Tiki, I don't know.
I bet they don't even know.
I don't know.
I bet their workers don't know.
I certainly did. They may not. I don't know. I had beer at a tavern. What does that mean? I don't know what's there in the streets. They had the little phone booths. I don't know what's going on. That's all England to me. But I was wrong. So when I mention England now, I play it safe and I go United Kingdom.
We've had this conversation before. England is the country.
And the kingdom's the kingdom.
The United Kingdom is England, Scotland, Wales,
and Northern
Ireland. Which is independent of Ireland, even though they're on the same island.
Right.
Great Britain is all of it.
It's too much going on. It's too much. Just pick a place. Enough. Why does somebody got to own something? All right. We're going to end this confusion. Come back.
That was English hegemony back in the day. That's why it's all confusing, by the way.
Very confusing. We'll continue to take your calls. Get you set for the rules on the Home Run Derby tonight. Paulie was right. Yes, they are changing them, and we do have a New York athlete involved in it tonight. All of that and more, plus your calls, 888-808-1019.
$30 million. That's how much is guaranteed in Circa Million and Circa Survivor. There is no rake. So if your entry and wins, you get all the money that will go into this Circa Sportsbook Nevada contest. There are 3 ways to win. The first one is Circa Million. $6 million in guaranteed prizes. $1,000 per entry with a maximum of 10 entries per person. Winner takes home $1 million. This is all season long. Then there is Circa Survivor. That's $20 million guaranteed to the winner or winners. $1,000 per entry with a maximum of 10 entries per person as well. If you go 20-0 or are the last person standing to win, you will win a ton of cash. The last one is Circa Grandissimo, the ultimate high-stakes survivor game. $100,000 entry free. This is for you bigwigs out there. $4 million in guaranteed prizes to the winners. All rules for the Survivor game are the same, except that there are a maximum of 2 entries. Last year, 6 people won, splitting $6.9 million. That is unbelievable. So check them all out. Circa Million, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo. Circa Survivor. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere.
Talk sports after hours with Tommy Lugauer, 7 to midnight. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
It's July 13th, and we still don't know where LeBron James will be playing basketball this season. It seems like Cleveland is the front runner, a potential third stop in Cleveland for LeBron James. And if that happens, I think it would be a great signing for the Cavaliers. The one thing that Cleveland has to make sure it has figured out, who's going to coach the team after it fires Kenny Atkinson during the season. You can count on that. I'm Nick Costos.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Recovering from an addiction is an individual accomplishment. A young mother who chose recovery to care for her family. A high school athlete overcoming opioid addiction. A couple celebrating his recovery. Everyone's recovery is different, and there's no shame in asking for help. Call 844-REACH-NJ. Trained counselors are available 24/7 to help you find the recovery option that's best for you. Tell us your story, and let's begin your recovery today. A message from New Jersey Human Services.
The savings are here! The savings are here!
Happy birthday, America!
It's America's 250th birthday.
We're celebrating all month long at Nielsen Dodge
by giving you freedom of choice. Save up to $250 off service. Save up to $250 off accessories.
With leases for $250 or under.
You'll start feeling the vibes the minute you arrive. Fun is in the driver's seat.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4. Just $250 a month. Yes, just $250 a month.
There's always zero down payment. The credit help you need. More savings with your trade-in.
And of course, great deals. For leases $250 or under, hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at nielsendodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Fun is in the driver's seat.
Make this the summer event. With approval, term 24 months, due at sign, 6343, at tax tag and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies for new Fios customers with auto-pay, Mobile Plus Home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
Right now, you can grab a full breakfast at Dunkin' for $6. That's 2 wake-up wrap sandwiches and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. It's quick, easy, and covers your whole morning, all in one stop. Did I mention it's filling and delicious? It's a full breakfast. It's a great value, and it just makes mornings easier. So next time you're at Dunkin', don't overthink it. Order the Dunkin' $6 meal deal. No substitutions. Participation in times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
If you're still using a sports book to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
As the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026, Bank of America knows how much hard work it takes to achieve a dream. So when it comes to owning a home, we're here to help. Get guidance and resources to buy a home you love, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. After years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. With Red Pocket Mobile, you lock in your rate and you keep it. No price creep, no sudden jumps, just straightforward pricing and premium 5G plans starting at $10 a month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve, but my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
The U.S. Open kicks off with Fan Week, Sunday, August 23rd through Saturday, August 29th. The grounds are free and open to the public, featuring top player practices, live entertainment, a silent disco, block party, and more. Plus, new this year, Fan Week begins with Arthur Ashe Kids Day on Sunday, August 23rd. Grounds entry is free, but a fan access pass is required. Register now and learn more at usopen.org/fanweek.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Start your day with Boomer and Geo. Join the conversation weekday mornings from 6 to 10. Call 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
It is Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on the Fan. It is, of course, Home Run Derby night, which it feels like we always seemingly have a New York player involved. Last year, if you remember, Jazz Chisholm hit famously, the one home run?
Yeah, he was bad.
We've had the Pete Alonso when he was a Met, obviously the heroic, winning multiple home run derbies. And tonight, Ben Rice is participating in the Home Run Derby. And I would normally throw cold water on this because I'm team don't have fun with things that are fun for some reason. I can't get past it.
Right.
I got to be honest with you, Tiki. My daughter Taylor is really excited to watch the Home Run Derby.
Really? Is this the first one that she's been aware that she wants to watch?
Yes. So obviously she, I've alluded to, really took the softball this year. She moved up, was great. For whatever reason, something's clicking in her head, going into first grade where she's starting to learn players and I don't know. I have the Yankee games on in my house all the time, so she learns the players or whatever.
Yeah, she just wants to be next to Dad.
I just started my vacation by taking my kids to their first ever Yankee game. My daughter Taylor was the only one who didn't want to leave. The team was getting their ass kicked. They had not scored a run till the ninth, and we had to wait till they scored a run. So she stayed the whole game. We stood for the last ninth inning. Ben Rice, she's obsessed with. She has seen commercials on her own. Why? Because the Home Run Derby's on Netflix. So she's watching her K-pop Demon Hunters or whatever.
I don't know if I realized that.
It's on Netflix tonight. First one. So she comes to me on Saturday. Hey, Ben Rice is in this Home Run Derby. She goes, I go, yeah. She goes, can we watch that? I go, yeah. He tells me yesterday, Can the home run derby be our thing every year we watch together? She hasn't even watched one yet. She may hate it. So I say that to say, if it wasn't for my daughter, I'd be like, don't care if Ben Rice wins.
Okay, so what else did she ask for? Because that's like being cute for no reason, so she can get something else.
Hasn't paid that off yet. I don't know what else is coming. It's coming. It's coming. But either way, I'm excited to watch it, and I realize again that these skills competitions Paulie talked about, generally speaking, when did I like most of them? When I was a kid. So before we all sit down tonight on Netflix and complain and moan and groan, understand that there's a good chance tonight isn't for you, and that's okay. You know what's for us, us grown, old, cranky men?
Right.
The 162 actual games that we complain about.
Right. That they would say are boring.
Right. So let the kids have a good time tonight. That being said, there's somebody who doesn't want the kids to have a good time tonight, and that is Jeff Passan, famed ESPN baseball reporter. And I love Jeff.
He doesn't love the home run derby?
He can be curmudgeon. Let me just explain something. You know why I got mad at the home run derby the last few years? And I thought it went away from it? When we were younger, Tiki, you would get up there and you would have 10 outs per hitter. What are outs? Outs are any swing that is not a home run.
Yes.
When you had your 10 outs, whatever your home run total was, you either advanced or got knocked out. Over the course of the past decade or so, the home run derby became a timed event. Have these guys swing.
I hate the time.
I hated it too. Thank you.
You're right.
A million swings, and then we wonder when these guys come out of the break why their swings are so out of funk.
Right, because it's not natural.
Yeah, and it's tiring, and you see by the time you get to the final, they're exhausted, so the final's generally not good. I thought it sucked. But again, it wasn't for me, it was for kids. But I saw something a couple weeks ago on Twitter, and I said, I like that. Nobody's talking about it yet, but they will today. Now here we are. They went away from timing. Tonight, when you watch the home run derby, it will effectively look different than past couple of years. Here's the rules. In round one, each batter gets 20 swings. So it's not 10 outs, but it's 20 swings. So however many home runs you get out of those 20 swings.
This could get long.
I think it's going to be quicker than you think.
What, you lay off?
Oh, I guess it depends how much they're laying off. All right. Good counterpoint. The top 4 home run hitters out of those 20 swings will move on to round 2 where they get 15 swings. Players seeded based on their first round home run totals, and then the finals is another 15 swings. So it's going from 8 to 4 to 2. And the max you're talking about, these guys are going to swing the winner 50 swings. So think of it, you could have had 50 swings in a timed first round. So it's going to take the exhaustion out of it, and hopefully.
But you're not going to see as many home runs potentially.
True.
Which I'm trying to think when Pete Alonso won.
Yeah, I forget his totals.
Exactly.
I forget his
How
totals.
many did he hit? And does it matter?
And what I was going to say, are you going to be in love with the big number? Or are you going to be in love with just the pureness of watching somebody swing for home runs?
Yes.
I like this.
Or just winning. Hitting the most number of home runs.
I don't care if the lead guy in round 1 has 6 home runs. Yeah. And what was that, Joe? You can say it on the air.
Pete Alonso hit 74 home runs when he won in 2019 and 35 home runs in 2021. So a big difference.
Yeah, but even
That's
so.
just because of the rules. The way the rules work.
Yeah,
because he had to get outs.
The rules.
Right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Look,
that is ridiculous.
It's absurd. But think about this. This is why we every year had the argument, do you want your player participating in the home run derby to mess up his swing? I don't have that feel with Ben Rice. Now, he might be going more uppercut because they're not going to be swinging more than 50 times at most.
It's also just batting practice.
That's it.
Instead of it's a competition, and I have to do it in a pace. So you're telling your pitcher, whoever that pitcher may be,
tonight is Ben Rice's dad.
It's his dad, right? I need you to throw him as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And so you end up, if it's timed, you end up taking 80 swings.
Exactly.
And it's a ton. Whereas if it's just, I know I got 20 swings, I better hit 15 home runs.
So again, I'm coming into this from a place of I have a kid that wants to watch me for the first time in my life. That's like a cool dad moment, so I'm into it. But also, this is how I used to like the home run derby, where swings counted for outs and it wasn't the time. Jeff Passan, though, thinks the event is going to suck, as he said on ESPN earlier today.
Of swings per round, no timed rounds either. Do you think these changes from Major League Baseball are a good idea, Jeff?
I do not. I think it's going to stink. And I'm like, genuinely, I'm worried about that, because the whole reason that the timer came in the first place is because it felt really slow. And the timer brought urgency, and the timer brought a countdown and an end. And, we're just going to see tonight, I think, time between pitches, it's going to grind a little bit. But look, when you have Junior Caminero in there and Kyle Schwarber in there and Bryce Harper and, luminaries who can hit the ball 500 feet, it's still going to be a good show. And at the end of the day, all we want to do is see people hit balls really far. And I think we're going to see that too.
So he's saying a little bit of what your worry was.
Right.
Like you were worried about taking pitches, the pitchers not pitching as fast. And I get it. In today's day and age where a sports fan
But it's
wants everything to happen quickly.
it's a leisurely thing. Think about all the times that we've done games, and thankfully we don't have to do this, these 5-hour show.
Yeah. Going into like a big Yankee playoff game?
We don't have to do those. But we would be there. And one of the cool things was just watching batting practice.
Yes.
Like watching Giancarlo Stanton go out there and just crush home runs. He'd only take like 8 swings. But there's something leisurely about baseball that gets lost in the home run derby when it's timed. And I think watching the home run derby at leisure is fine. You know what you're watching. You're watching batting practice.
Exactly. And for
Why
me,
does it have to be like uber entertaining?
Also, this is where these broadcasts try to do this, and I'm sure Netflix is going to probably do some of this. That's fine if you call over all-stars mid-home run derby and bring them into your broadcast to interview them as to kind of fill the gaps between leisurely pitching.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Chris Berman's gone. He's not doing home run derbies ever again. We're not getting the back anymore. We have it for years. So to make the broadcast entertaining, I think that was also part of it. I didn't find what Jeff Passan was talking about to be all that entertaining. I felt it to be very anxious and very like, oh, God, they're just like, I'm not even watching a pretty swing anymore. No. Because they're just up there chucking. So at least now I feel like you can get some back to that like classic swing and Junior Caminero and obviously the 2 Phillies and all eyes on Ben Rice. I'm with it tonight. I think it'll be a much more fun and stable event. They've won me back. Again, part of this is me being a dad with a kid that wants to watch it, but I'm in, man. I'm in.
What time?
Tiki Barber watches.
What time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Yeah, I'll watch.
Paulie Rosenberg.
I will watch. I got to find my Netflix information. Don't have it.
You don't log into Netflix regularly?
No, I don't. No, not particularly.
You just have Netflix and you don't use it?
No, I'm
what
still.
What in the hell is wrong with you?
I'm still on like the plugged-in cable. I don't use a lot of streaming services.
I'm in both, by the way.
I'm in this, the Spectrum crowd.
How long? You and your girlfriend have been together for how long?
15 months, roughly.
You guys don't chill?
We do. No, she has it.
So she do the chilling at her place.
I got it.
Right. That will be there.
So why don't you go to her place?
Exactly.
Maybe you could hit a home run. 888-808-1019. Hey, Mike in Manhattan. Mike, what's up?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up,
good,
Mike?
Man.
All right, T, question for you since you guys were talking Giants before.
Yeah.
This season, right? A couple of years ago, I got blasted by the 2 best Giant field reporters and told Evan Neal will be a right tackle and will be a right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was John Schmeltz and someone else.
Bob Papa?
No, they got a
Vinny Dottino.
Right.
Where do
you think Evan Neal is going to end up? And tell me why at 6'7" with his helmet and cleats on, if he ends up at a guard, he's not going to be in the throwing vision of Jackson Dart.
I mean, it's interesting. He will be if his technique is not correct. But I do suspect that Matt Nagy, because you saw this a lot with Pat Mahomes, who's not massively much taller than Jackson Dart. The pocket, you move the pocket. Like the pocket moves, and it's not like a rollout. You're not doing all of these run to the sideline type things. You just move the pocket naturally because of where you want the initial read side to be. You move the pocket. So that's how you mitigate it in some regards. But I think the reality for a John Harbaugh team is size. He wants size. He wants big players. That's why they drafted Arvell Reese.
Yeah.
It's why they got Tremaine Edmonds.
And he signed Daniel Falele at a guard,
Daniel
too. 6'8".
Falele, who was also a tackle, who they moved down to guard last year.
I bring that up because of the Evan Neal question.
And he wasn't good, Falele, last year, but he's big.
He's sizable, right.
And so Evan Neal fits the mold of what he wants for those road grinding guards. John Harbaugh wants to run the football. Like, as much as we want to talk about Jackson Dart and, hey, is Malik Neighbors going to be healthy? And, Jackson's got to take that next step. He's got to throw for 4,500 yards. I doubt it, dude. John Harbaugh wants to run the football.
You don't sign an all-pro guard if you don't.
Right, and it's why he was obsessed, at least according to us, with Jeremiah Love. Mm-hmm. Because he's a big, can tote it 20-plus times a game running back, just like he had with Derrick Henry in Baltimore. And so, like, I think the change in physical makeup of this Giant team is honestly the most exciting thing of this offseason.
Absolutely.
They're just big dudes.
Yeah, and they're going to be better for a reason. Yes. I don't mean that in terms of not talented.
They're gonna try to maul you.
Yes. Yeah. And even God, why am I drawing a blank on him? I better get ready. This training camp, I'm doing 50 podcasts. The Notre Dame wide receiver, Malachi Fields.
Malachi Fields, that's my UVA guy.
Dude, he's huge.
Yes.
He's a blocker on the outside. It's not
100%.
just about his receiving abilities. He's going to fit that big toughness kind of mold. That's
Right.
They definitely had an identity for a type of player they were targeting.
I mean, everybody that came in is big.
Exactly. Size.
Maui Noah is big.
Yeah. Mike in Manhattan. Yep.
Go ahead. What's up, Mike?
I was like back-to-back Mike in Manhattan. I was like, is that me? I actually, you guys maybe remember, I typically call in about the Colts.
Right.
But I want to talk about the Giants here. Shaun, no pumpkin slander this year about Daniel Jones, though. But I've been seeing on Facebook, and it's a little shady with some of the accounts and the posts. But
yeah, I know what you're going to say, Mike.
I've seen that but Malik Neighbors, is that true that he might be potentially missing 4 to 5 weeks?
But
because
Mike,
that makes you think. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so just so everybody is aware, there is a randomized, couple stupid NFL Twitter and Instagram accounts that are just aggregators.
Yeah.
And all they're taking is the same story that we knew 6 weeks ago about Malik Neighbors, and now
Right.
the training camp's getting closer, putting it out there.
Is that what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah, because it makes me think. I remember you guys talked about when he was going through it. Why is he going to Dallas? And Tiki,
Right.
you were alluding to some of the positions you even dealt with there in your time. Make you think. Is that? It just makes you wonder.
Is it
that
shady? Is there
something that we
else
should be
going
worried
on?
about? You know?
I mean, I think it surprised us, Mike. When was that? A month, 2 months ago.
Well, I could tell you a little bit of the timeline. He's on that show with Micah Parsons the night of the draft, and we find out about 3 nights after the draft that he had the cleanup surgery.
Yes, exactly.
And then
So that was 2 months ago.
2 months ago, and then the middle of May or the end of May was the softball game.
Right.
When he should have posted that.
before the softball game,
Yeah.
first of all, we haven't heard boo about his rehab since this offseason. It happened in early October.
Yeah. The only thing I've heard is that he's actually stayed here and done it.
Yeah. So his rehab,
Right.
that's fine. That's not even what I'm talking about. We knew he tore his ACL early October. Didn't really play with Jackson Dart. It's we can't wait for him to play with Jackson Dart type of thing. And then you didn't hear anything. When was the surgery going to happen? What was the timeline like? You didn't hear anything. And then he gets the surgery done. Everything's going well. He's rehabbing. It's a long process. Blah 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 blah. And then 2 months ago, it's oh wait, he had a cleanup procedure.
Yes.
Because his meniscus was more damaged than they thought. And that immediately raised a red flag. Because I remember we had a conversation about it because my son, Chasen, okay, he's not an NFL player, but he did play college football. It bothered him his entire college career. He tore his ACL and meniscus his freshman season, and he basically never got back to who he was. And so it worries me.
Yeah.
Because it's not simple. If you tear your ACL and that's it, it's simple. They've redone this, grafted this thing 300 million times. I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. It's easy to fix the ACL. And then what the rehab is. It's prescribed. It's at some point you're going to be back. You're going to be fine. You'll go on and have great success and be perfectly healthy. The meniscus is different.
Yeah.
And that was my first flag. And then you saw him at the softball game, and it was dude, he better have a massive brace on because it looks like he can't run at all.
And there was some thought that softball game, the more people I've talked to, felt like that was more of a let Malik do it because it's a mental thing. Let him feel like he could go out there play, which I don't know. It still looked awkward. Do what you want. Here's the way I would approach this, Tiki. Here's the truth. I don't think anybody actually knows.
I don't think anybody does know.
I don't think the Giants know. I don't think Malik Neighbors knows. I think it's just the way his body reacts. So here's the way I would approach this. I'm going to tell you the way I'm approaching this. I'm operating under the assumption that Malik Neighbors is not out there on opening night versus Dallas.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay? If he happens to be, great. But you should not be focused on Malik Neighbors being on the field on opening day. And I would further it by saying last year, as bad a season as it was, very different injuries, but just as an important player, Andrew Thomas, we had some mystery around his injury. And he ended up missing basically the first 3 weeks of the year. And he came back week 4. Again, not the same. It's not a minute, not all of this. By the end of the year, did anybody remember that Andrew Thomas missed those first couple games? Or the season just went on and he was a part of it? Malik Neighbors.
And it was fine because you had flexibility with Illuminor being able to move over.
But with that, the Giants going to try to run the ball early.
Right.
Jackson Dart scored points last year without Malik Neighbors. Obviously, you need Malik Neighbors. You're a better team. But I think you'll be healthier as a Giant fan if you go into the season expecting not to see Malik Neighbors till October, let's just say. And understand that right now, as negative as all the reviews are, and Tiki's giving you probably the biggest downside of it all, there is not one report indicating he's lost for the season.
No.
So just be patient. And if I promise
it's just hard to be because you want the Giant fix to happen.
I know.
Like you want it to be like now and real.
I know. But I would tell you this. As important as Malik Neighbors is, if the Giants' determination on winning, even some of these games like the Cardinals and Titans, is on whether Malik Neighbors plays or not, the Giants already are in deeper trouble than we think.
Oh, yeah.
So the roster elevation, you got to hope that the coaching is there, the talent's there. And I just think if you're not stressed about him coming back for week 1, I think you will have a much healthier summer of training camp if you're a Giant fan.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, here's the reality is the Giants this offseason, when they had a position of need, like they did at D tackle, they went and signed a ton of pieces.
Yeah, they threw a bunch of bodies out.
A bunch of bodies. Shelby Harris, DJ Reader.
They still have Darius Alexander.
Sam Roberts came. Like all the free agent D tackles.
Strength in numbers.
You get them in numbers. They have 14 wide receivers going into training.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
You keep 6, maybe. There's 14 guys.
And a lot of people you have heard of.
Exactly.
Have probably had on fantasy teams
more
in the
than
past.
8 of these guys are likely 8 or more of these guys are getting cut.
Right. So there's bodies there.
Yes.
And they signed Isaiah Likely to be a weapon in the passing game as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, the Giants will be better off when Neighbors is there, but I'm not rushing Neighbors because I want Neighbors to be as close to Neighbors as possible when he does come back.
Right.
All right. There were 2 big events over the weekend. Which interested you more? We will come back with that and put somebody in the window seat as well. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on The Fan.
With the warm months here, it's time for a healthier you. My good buddy Giancarlo Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Now is the time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. The dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. And if you have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help you get back the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Bet365.
Speeding catches up with you, paid for by NHTSA. Pat Boyle here to help you be the books with Let's Do It on Sports. Home Run Derby tonight, and I'm struggling to understand why Bryce Harper has the second longest odds to win it. Harper won the 2018 Derby in D.C. It's in Philly tonight, once again his home ballpark, which just so happens to have that lefty power haven. They also got rid of the clock aspect in the Derby, so I don't think fatigue will be that big of a factor for the 33-year-old. Harper is 9-1 right now. I'll take the long shot. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet Smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey.
Optimal Fibers in the house. Y'all know the number. 877-393-4448. Optimum Fiber, so fresh, so fine. Got another provider leaving behind. Come on, everybody. party, let's get online. 30 a month, gonna blow your mind. 5 whole years, don't hesitate. Lock it in now before it's too late. 877-393-4448. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore with FanDuel's Super Sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York, and with FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure and has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
Summer's newest drink is here. Meet Super Light, a refreshing vodka plus aid canned cocktail with only 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles. Whether you're hitting the green or kicking back with friends, Super Light is here to fuel the moment. Grab a variety pack or your favorite flavor at stores and bars near you. Must be 21 and over. Please drink responsibly.
Big truck crash at Victory Boulevard and Bay Street? Showman and Hill injury lawyers are the biggest defenders of justice. No one fights harder for New York. Every borough, every block. Showman and Hill. We are New York. Get a free case review. Search Showman and Hill Injury Lawyers.
Orgavatazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
This is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hi, I've been dreaming of having an epic college setup.
But your college budget is less than epic.
Way less.
Well, with IKEA, you can get everything you need for college, from bedding to storage and decor, all at a great price.
That's good economics.
Sounds like someone just found their major.
Visit IKEA in-store or at IKEA.us to get ready for college. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you about the Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite. It's bright, it's bubbly, it's back.
The Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich, it's so rich, and you can choose between the original or the spicy filet.
Ooh, boy.
And then you got those pickled jalapenos tucked right under the filet, and then just to top it all off, you've got a little honey drizzle right on top.
Okay, now I'm a pimento fan.
And I'm feeling the dragon fruit.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen weekdays to Evan and Tiki for the Call of the Day. Brought to you by Wind Creek Bethlehem. Must be 21 years or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Helping people achieve their goals is what we do. So if your goal is owning a home, we're here to help with guidance and resources, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
If you're still using a sports book to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Hi, this is New Jersey Attorney General Jen Davenport. Thinking about speeding? Think again. Don't let speeding be the reason that you or someone else doesn't make it home. Slow down and drive safely, New Jersey.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The savings are here. The savings are here.
Happy birthday, America.
It's America's 250th birthday.
We're celebrating all month long at Nielsen Dodge
by giving you freedom of choice. Save up to $250 off service. Save up to $250 off accessories.
with leases for $250 or under.
You'll start feeling the vibes the minute you arrive. Fun is in the driver's seat.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4. Just $250 a month. Yes, just $250 a month.
There's always zero down payment. The credit help you need. More savings with your trade-in.
And of course, great deals. For leases $250 or under, hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at nielsendodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Fun is in the driver's seat.
Make this the summer event. With approval, term 24 months, due at sign 6343 at tax.
The conversation never stops on The Carton Show. Join Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle weekdays from 2 to 7. Call 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. It is, of course, All-Star Week here. So you got the Home Run Derby tonight. Netflix, Ben Rice will represent New York down in Philadelphia. Wilson Contreras, who seemingly is always in the middle of something, for the Red Sox, will represent Boston. You got Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper, a pair of Phillies. They'll both hit from the Phillies. All-Star game tomorrow. How about Don Mattingly, the manager of the Phillies, going to be a bench coach for the American League All-Star team because he was with John Schneider in Toronto last year.
That's kind of crazy.
So that's kind of interesting. And for up-to-date and everything to do here with the baseball All-Star game, Bet365 presents Odyssey Sports Midsummer Baseball Showcase Special on the Fan tonight. 7 to 9 p.m. from Philadelphia. Bet365, where winning is everything. Download the Bet365 app and lock in your picks before the game begins. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in select states only. So a special summer baseball showcase tonight, 7 to 9 on the Fan. As far as the Home Run Derby, today's window seat is brought to you by Windorama. Save up to 40% on new windows and doors with window Rama. And I'm putting Ben Rice in that window seat, Tiki. He's having his dad pitch to him. There's only 2 competitors out of the 8 that are having their fathers pitch to them. I think in that spot, you have a personal connection there. This is no longer a timed event. Like, didn't do Jazz well last year when he's trying to swing a million times fast. I think Ben Rice could surprise today. Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, it would be nice for him to surprise. He's already been dominant this year with 29 home runs on the season after going through a little bit of a slump at the beginning of really the end of last month and coming into this month. He's really started to pick it up again. So hopefully this doesn't screw him up. And I don't necessarily believe in that, but I think this new format that we talked about at the top of the last hour is conducive to keeping things natural.
Yes, and Ben Rice tonight will enter this home run derby with the second most home runs on the year out of the 8 contestants. The only one ahead of him is Kyle Schwarber, which this is where I will give...
Where is he now? 30?
He's at 32.
Yeah.
You give baseball credit for this, and I guess you give the athletes credit for this, and that is, in the NBA, like Paulie did that Cinco a little while ago on the dunk contest.
Yes.
Like the best players or dunkers really aren't in the contest. You get like some high flyers, and we're even putting a G League guy in there.
Right.
Your current home run leader is Kyle Schwarber. He's doing this. Bryce Harper has 20. He's a star in Major League Baseball. The 2 high guys in the American League, Ben Rice and Junior Caminero, are doing this. And then you have Munetaka Murakami now from the White Sox. Like, maybe it's not Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
But in terms of the power and baseball home run hitters in Major League Baseball this year, the big guys that have hit home runs this year are doing this.
It's also making it marquee. It makes it almost not must watch because some people are just done with it. But if you are a young kid and you like baseball, you're seeing all the guys that you know that are good at it. And like you think about the problem with the NFL, half the players that get elected, they don't go.
They don't go. No.
And the Pro Bowl is a joke at this point. It's just kind of a hangout. It's not even there's no game.
It's a complete waste.
I would not enjoy that if I was still playing.
No.
And I likely wouldn't go.
And you don't even get the free Hawaii trip out of it.
I know.
I mean,
that's
that's
half the
worse.
battle. Earlier in the show, we talked about going away for training camp. The best part at the end of the season was if you made the Pro Bowl, you got a free vacation to Hawaii.
Yeah, you're going to hang out at the pool and the beach in between practices and stuff.
The winning team got a certain number. The losing team got a certain number. So as the week went on, because the bar bills were stupid.
Oh, I'm sure.
Ridiculous, because you'd bring like your family,
Yeah.
a couple of friends. Like it was people in the game would start playing harder at the end
to win the money they spent for the week,
so that they could cover their bills.
That's amazing.
Like the winning team, game meant nothing, but every game, no matter what your level you're playing, whether that's the NBA All-Star Game or Major League Baseball All-Star Game, whatever. At the end, and it's close, it matters.
It does matter. Yeah, because it's a paycheck.
It mattered in the Pro Bowl because you're thinking about that, I don't know, $50,000 bill you have at the bar. I'm not even joking.
My high school buddy Billy had to order on the top shelf. Damn it. I'm busting my ass in the fourth quarter. So good. Speaking of football, Anthony in Fort Lauderdale. Anthony, what's up?
How you doing, Shaun? How you doing, Tiki?
All's good, Anthony.
What's going on? I just wanted to say I'm going down to Giant Camp in Greenbrier, man.
Oh, that's amazing.
They say I'm going with my brother and my nephews. They say it's awesome.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I haven't been there in a while now, but and the Saints. Was it the Saints? I think the Saints.
I think the Saints were there.
Sean Payton went there?
Yeah, Sean Payton used to have training camp there.
Anthony, now let me ask you, on top of training camp, what are you planning on doing in West Virginia for anybody that might be considering?
We're just going straight down, going to the camp. Just stay in the resort. They got tons of stuff there within the resort. They got a casino. They got great restaurants.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a casino there.
Oh, no, it's a whole everything. It's golf courses. In the winter,
I figured there was like nice golf courses and restaurants.
Yeah, no, it's everything.
So it's that kind of resort.
Yes, it's self-contained. You don't have to leave it.
Now, when he says so, now that's where the team is going to stay. So the team and the fans can both stay at the same resort.
I don't know.
Right, that's interesting.
Yeah, I would. It's big though. So
okay, so maybe there's like a certain building that's for the players or whatever.
But the Giants likely are traveling 200 people.
Yeah, so they probably
think about the coaches. What is it? 80-something players.
Yeah, So that's
Well, they'll probably double up, so it's only 40 rooms, and then staff.
well, if it's a true resort, it's a building.
Oh, of course.
You're getting a building to yourself. Now, maybe you end up at the same dinner place or whatever if it's like that. So we're talking like a resort you would see in some kind of beachy place, but it's a mountainous resort.
It's not really mountainous, but it is. You know what I mean? It's in the mountain. You see the mountains.
Okay, that's what I was just
But
saying.
it's not like you're up in like Whistler.
No, I got you.
You know
Yeah,
what I
right.
mean?
You're not taking the ski lift all the way to the top.
Exactly.
I understand. Now, this weekend, Tiki, the weekend that just passed, again, I get resettled after my trip from California. I'm buckling in, and I had to be re-reminded that something was happening. And that something ended up being a big disappointment, and that was Conor McGregor's return.
I forgot that it was happening as well.
I remember that when it was announced he was coming back, if you had said to me, Shawnee, gun to your head, when's the Conor McGregor fight at UFC? Like, if you would have told me this on Friday, I would have said, hey, it's in like September.
You're right.
I had no idea it was Saturday until people started talking about it. I saw the buzz on social media. I was like, oh, okay. Now, here's the truth. Did I make it to the 1 minute long fight before he hurt his leg? No. And do you know why? Because at my age, I'm in that lull between like Tiki, maybe in my 50s where, I have a couple of no responsibilities, or my 20s where I really have no responsibilities. With young kids, I'm not staying up for fights that start at midnight anymore.
Right.
I used to love the big fight, the big boxing card or the big UFC card. I'm just kind of phased out of it.
I'm over that.
I'm over it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get jacked up for a big fight anymore. Maybe if they fought a fight at 8 o'clock at night, like it was a baseball game, I'd be into it. But okay.
It's also, he's 37 years old.
Right, and that's the other thing.
And what was the last time? The last time he fought competitively, didn't he also get hurt?
Yeah, Dustin Poirier, he stepped wrong. So here's the thing. He was boxing his head off. He was like, I thought he was going to win. And what happened was he stepped back, and his ankle just gave out,
Snapped.
and it just
Right.
snapped.
This was against Poirier, yeah.
But that's Poirier. But was that before or after he fought Mayweather?
It was after.
That was after. It was 2021.
Okay.
Right.
So obviously that was kind of gimmicky. But here's the thing. Whether it's this or then the UFC the last time when they did the White House fight, with all due respect to those that love UFC, and they do a great job. They make a lot of money, all of it. This is two gimmicks in a row you're trying to get me in on. A Conor McGregor return gimmick, a White House gimmick. Like, I don't know. I'm too big a sports fan to fall for the gimmick
It's
in the
funny
tailpipe.
because as much as that White House thing was pumped up, I forgot it was.
Dude, it was
happening.
also a Sunday night too.
I forgot it was happening.
Yeah, I was all over the place. So I haven't loved this stuff. So anyway, I see this go off. I don't see the fight. I'm glad I didn't stay up for the fight because I'm sure there were some of you out there that would have been really ticked off if you got all pumped up all day, fool's gold, and Conor McGregor basically after a minute is my leg hurts and it's done. But I was far more interested in something else that emerged from the internet.
Which was it? What was that?
The better fight this weekend.
Which was?
The bison versus the Yellowstone tourist.
Oh, I saw this.
Did you guys see this?
This social video was ridiculous.
And I'm careful. I am so careful in 2026 because AI exists. And you have to really ask yourself, is this real or is this not?
It looked grainy. If you haven't seen it, you got to go find it. This guy is running away from a bison, and it gets him.
Yeah, and so
hold
on.
Him.
Let me paint the picture.
But it's grainy enough that it made it seem real.
I think it is real based on the comments. Yes,
so you had
exactly.
You had to know it was real.
You had to know because it was shot in one of those like, okay, here's a telltale sign that something's AI. You have to ask yourself when watching something, why is somebody filming this?
Yes.
Right? And if you don't have a good answer for it, it's usually because it's a setup. It's fake. It's AI. Right. That's why there happens to be a camera.
I see all these running videos because I'm into running, and it's like someone's running at a camera, and it's like, yes, I'm training for whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that's your phone that you left and you ran back and then ran into it.
Exactly.
Like
on purpose.
Somebody's not randomly taking a video of you and then sending it to you.
It happens all the time. And all it takes is just a split second. But this was real because of this version. The two tourists is one guy who ends up being the one that gets attacked. They're like around a tree. And you're in Yellowstone. I've never been to Yellowstone, but I know people that have gone. And apparently it is like, you're not supposed to get close, but you get close enough.
No, you're not supposed to get out of your car.
Yes. I guess there's designated areas where you could look from afar, but this was too close. These people were out of a car, and a bison is just kind of sitting there minding its own business. And let's say, Tiki, they're 20 feet from the bison. I think that's a fair whatever.
That's way too close.
Way too close. The bison gets up, and it starts walking a little fast to these people. And you lose sight of the people because now they fade behind the trees. And eventually you just see the dirt kick up, and the bison takes off. And the next time you see that guy is he's running back around the trees. The bison is taking off after him. And then finally he runs at speed. The bison hits him. He gets thrown in the air. And I don't know how anybody who's ever watched a Looney Tunes cartoon didn't laugh at this moment. Again, you know the guy's already doesn't die.
Yes, yeah, he's fine.
Maybe I'm over-exaggerating. It looks like he's 15 feet in the air.
But it does look like Looney Tunes.
Like Looney Tunes. He's taken off his feet. He's depleted. He lands, I think minor injuries is what I read.
Yeah.
But this video, I couldn't get enough of. I rewatched it like 16 times. I thought to myself, this might be a better story.
Than Conor McGregor?
Well, it's definitely the better fight. It's more interesting because it's a true underdog story. But this is a better story from this standpoint. Who cares about Conor McGregor coming back? This guy went to Yellowstone and gets knocked over in the air by a bison.
I'm looking at the still photo.
Yeah, and you see his face, his body is just like this. It's hysterical. He comes home now and lives to tell this story. He has the best Yellowstone story. Everybody comes home and, goes, Eddie Schizzeri used to love like Yellowstone, right? Yeah, you saw this, you saw that. No. He comes home, walks on his barge, said, did you click on the internet?
Yeah.
I got rammed by a bison and survived.
But the problem is the image of him like in the air
it's
truly
great.
This is the one you're talking about, is truly cartoon.
It's going to play, yes. It's
it's
playing back.
playing now.
But yes.
But the image, the frozen image is hilarious.
He's basically doing like a starfish pose. And he's 15 feet in the air like that split second. And you got to think in that moment, Tiki, you've been hit by a bison, you're up in the air, and you're looking down on the ground, and there's no parachute to save you. You got to think you're dying in that moment, don't you?
Yeah.
You're thinking you're breaking your neck or a clavicle or a shoulder.
Well, you're probably thinking about how do I fall to not do that. It's like, I'm in the air now. How do I fall?
How do I brace myself? My head cannot hit first. It's got to be, I'm breaking arms here in this spot.
I obviously did a deep dive into this because this is right up my alley. The bison apparently...
What do you mean it's right up your alley?
This type of story is right up my alley.
All right.
The bison was apparently agitated to begin with. That's what the guy who videotaped it was, who was a photographer. And he started videotaping because he saw what was happening. The bison apparently was chasing the white truck that was driving in front of the two people, the grandfather and the grandson. But I think
So what were those two people weren't in a car? They were hiking?
I think they were just hiking. The car drives.
No,
but
there's no way. This guy could not have been hiking.
Or he was out for a picnic, whatever it may be.
No, they got out of their car.
Their car was behind the white truck? Is that what happened?
So there's a white car driving.
Yes, because, all right, so there's two people.
Okay.
Because I'm watching the whole video. This is everything. So it starts with these two people taking photos. They get out of their car to take photos of the bison.
I see. They're in that gray car that's parked.
Don't get out of your car.
Yeah.
And so the bison is agitated. He lies over and starts ruffling up dust. And then the one girl goes and gets in the car, and the old guy just kind of is running around the tree.
She made it to the car.
And then he gets caught.
So they might have just devised the plan and said, this bison's coming. He might have saved her by saying, get in the car. I'm going to try to trick him out this way. And then
I'm
open the
try
door.
to run around a tree, like ring around a Rosie.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to run to the car. And he doesn't make the car. And if you're that girl sitting in the car, you got to think he's dead at that point. Now, would you, in that spot, try to hit the bison with the car if that's your dad and he's getting hit? I think it's every man for himself at that point.
I don't know why he's running around the trees. Run in between the trees.
So cartoonish.
Why don't you run like somewhere else? Or how about you go in the car?
He's older. So he's an older gentleman. So he probably is not, thinking, I need to escape.
Yeah, and he probably I'm assuming that's like his daughter, granddaughter, something like that. That was probably like the trip of a lifetime for him to go do that.
But now he has a memory of a lifetime.
And I would say that. I think that's the better story. You come home and say, I got rammed by I'm the viral bison guy.
He's got to go back there and take a picture with the bison.
You can't get a picture with the bison now. That's it.
He just got rammed by the bison. You get a picture with the bison.
Now, have any of you guys ever been to Yellowstone?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
I was kind of bored.
Okay. Paulie, I'm assuming you've never been?
I've never been to Yellowstone.
All right. Joe, never been. You don't strike me as a Yellowstone.
No, not at all.
I've thought about this as I get older. You know what I mean? So how many beach vacations can you take? I watch a clip like this and I realize I don't care if I ever see Yellowstone. Because
there's some parts of it that are like amazing.
I'm sure it's beautiful.
And it's beautiful. And it's like, man, this is how the founders of this country or the Native Americans of this country, this is what they live.
They live that. That's great. Guess what? Get me back to Aruba. If I'm anywhere near where a bison's going to ram my ass into the air, I'm done. This is why Evan goes to presidential libraries in Comerica Park. All right, we will be back tomorrow, hopefully with a Ben Rice, the Home Run Derby Championship or something like that. All-Star Week of Creativity will continue. We'll go back into my buckets of dumb arguments. and we'll have some fun. It's Devin and Tiki with Shaun Morash. We will see you tomorrow. Coming up next, Craig is back. The Carton Show on The Fan. See you later.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Sponsored by AutoZone. Get